Especially when I don't have a video game I'm playing that does that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not, Combo. An orc would not pronounce it with the H.
Yeah, you're right. Let's gather up and hit it until it dies.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and start off with the question of the week is whether it sounds appropriate or not at this point in time, but what makes your character feel safe? Again, in this context right here, I was staring down 3 giants approaching. Probably not the best time to think of, like, you know what? I could really use a nice snuggle with my teddy bear, but
Emmanuel, undoubtedly, his extensive military training and expertise in combat from the back line, while he has many, many layers of troops in front of him.
So he's not going to be one of those generals that leads from the front. Got it.
A comfortable bed and a full belly for Rish.
He leaves from the front of the retreat line. Fixes will probably be Faith and Saren Ray. Yeah.
So we got Gork and Pledrum left.
I'm trying to figure out a good way to phrase it, but essentially like familiar natural terrain. Like if we're in the woods or with grass or the hills or something like that, something that he's used to. I was watching bear fights the other day and they used trees as cover, so... Man, those fuckers are fast if you watch one of those videos.
Bears can be fucking really fast.
Yeah, like I was watching this.
For how big they are, they can move when they want to.
Yeah, no, I was watching 2 bears fight and I'm like, oh man, any human would just die.
And then you hear about those fuckers who fight off a bear with like their bare hands, like a beer can or shit. And I'm like, okay, that guy is pretty metal, I'm not gonna lie. If he fights off a bear with like a bottle and while he's protecting his dog, and then walks himself to the hospital. Then we just got Pledrum.
Well, where he's most comfortable and where he feels safe, I was gonna go with more of like a, give me a second. Maybe in like a tavern, like, you know, regaling people with his stories. But you said safest, which makes me think more of like home. So probably back with his family in the what do you call it?
Caravan?
Yeah, caravan. That's what I was looking for.
Got it.
Yeah, those people.
Yeah. Those fuckers which move around all over the place.
So yeah, as you've all made your way over here, during a heated debate of the lineage of Emmanuel, some of you have begun scaling the walls here to the north end of Sandpoint. Let me put on some music real quick.
Oh, is it okay if Xerxes throws on bless on everybody too?
Yeah, that's fine. That should be a +1.
+1 to
what kind of
attack
bonus
rolls,
is it?
weapon damage, morale bonus.
Because I think it won't stack with Pledrum's, I think, then.
Yeah, I think his Bardic.
Because Bardic performance is a morale bonus.
Okay.
Yeah, give me just a second.
I know Lucille,
If he stops it, it'll carry over, but...
Yeah.
Actually, it's a competence bonus.
Oh.
Spire curve.
Yours is a competence bonus? Okay.
I shall add my 12th
So
buff
plus-
to my little list here.
Yeah, so a +1 on all attack, weapon damage rolls, and saving throws for 1 minute per level. Which, how many minutes would he get, I think? I can't remember. I thought I put it on for him.
Clash to level 4, so 4 minutes.
Yep. Good to know.
+1 to attack, damage,
Damage and saves.
Save versus fear specifically.
Okay,
Okay.
I won't list that one on the.
Oh wait, no, sorry, it's not damage. That's the mythic version. So it's just
Oh.
+1 to attack rolls and saving throws against fear.
Oh yeah, I was looking at the mythic one too.
We'll get there someday, guys.
But yeah, just +1 to attack, which is still not bad.
Oh yeah, it's still very good. I will say though, by the end of that Wrath of the Righteous AP, I think that group of PCs is going to be the ones that could have killed our Way of the Wicked ones.
Oh, for sure.
Level 20 with all 10 mythic tiers is insane. If you're the warrior one, you get a special attack that says you hit them, you do this amount of extra damage, and they fly 2d10 miles away.
But anyway, as you approach and you're up on this gate, you see a large boulder hurtle through the air and smash into the gate, leaving like a cratered impact in the wall. The gate's stout timbers shake and crack with the impact that causes a shake of mortar and dust to descend and crack and debris from the gate frame underneath. The source of the boulders are a group of 3 stone giants you see along the coast highway about 150 feet from the gates. You see 2 of them call out what seems to be taunts and jeers as the third pries another boulder loose from the ground and gets ready to heft it from above. As this is happening, you see some townsfolk that were in the general area have been standing and gawking at the north gate, and as it hits, you see many of them panic and run for cover. You see a small dog barking at the gate for all he's worth. Guards are rushing around, some to get on the towers to defend the gate, some run toward the center of town to bring news to the sheriff. You see a red-haired gnome standing there taking notes behind a house, grinning like a mad idiot. A dark-skinned Shawanti man pulls his kids and wife into a house and begins to shutter the windows. As we go ahead and roll initiative.
I think you need to clear the tracker, it looks like.
Yep.
It says it's clear on my end.
It's not on ours.
It's got numbers, but no people.
No,
There.
now it's clear.
Yeah, it didn't have anything on it on my end, so that was weird. What's your dexterity modifier for Gork?
Oh, it is 12, +2, because I got 14 dex.
Oh man, the sirens are even going off in the city for the giant attack, huh?
Right.
They're coming to take me away. Haha.
They come and take me away. Ho ho. Hee hee ha ha to the funny farm.
Where life is beautiful all the time.
Cope, we're too much alike and it scares me.
Our music repertoire is one and the same.
Which is weird because we're like, what, 10 years apart?
Yeah, you must have an old soul.
Anyway. Michael, if you want to roll for initiative for Pledrum, I think you're the only one that's left off of it.
My bad.
Oh, good.
Actually, songs like that I learned from my parents.
See if I can find a better song.
So Cope is going, I have an old soul. You have a fucking ancient soul dug from the crypt.
Yeah. You were born a lich.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So
An
descending on the turn
overwhelming
order.
6.
So, Reesh, you're up first. As these giants are about 150 feet away from the walls as they begin to approach, taunting and jeering at a lot of you and everyone else. That's like, other than your players, there's also other people on the walls with you, but they're going to be very ineffective. So it's not really worth having them on the turn list and stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to start blowing powers. At the immediate parts, I guess I'll fly up. About how tall's the wall?
The walls are about let's see, 20 feet up.
Okay. So
Well, 20 feet
25.
up. On this wall here, it's about the towers themselves are about 30 feet up.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess I'll go up 30 and then try and take a crossbow shot at him.
What is the range on crossbows and Pathfinder? I can never remember.
80, I think. Let me check if I wrote it down on this.
Okay, so it'll just be like a -2, I think.
Yeah, 80. So 24.
That will hit. Which one are you targeting? That
Just him. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, as you just fire this crossbow and just soars through the sky, just you actually see it lodge into the shoulder of the giant, and he kind of looks down surprised that anything hit him from that far, and then just kind of plucks it out with a thumb and forefinger and just flicks it. Fix it.
All right. They're still decent
Still
ways
100,
away.
they're about 150 feet away.
All right. So since she has no range attacks and doesn't want to just charge out there at this point, she's going to tuck into a corner, try to get out of sight until they're closer with Xerxes, and go ahead and cast Blur on herself too,
Got it.
because she doesn't like getting hit by giants.
Is blur minutes, rounds, or hours per level?
Minute per level.
Okay. Just for rounds per levels and stuff, make sure to track those in particular.
Yep.
So yeah, blur yourself and kind of hide down.
Mhm.
Emmanuel.
You said the rock chunking giants are 80 feet away?
150.
150. Oof.
You got like a longbow. That's maybe like a 1 -2
Yeah.
penalty tops.
I don't even think it's a minus anything for the longbow.
It's 110, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, 110.
No, I've got a orc hornbow, so my range is 80.
I mean, that's still doable.
So it's a
Yeah,
minus.
I mean that's still a minus
two?
2. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will not use deadly aim, and he's going to use.
We got Bardic too, so that basically cancels it out.
I don't
Yeah,
think he's
he's gonna use-
So is it?
He's going to swift action, put on his aspect of the tiger, aspect of the earth. He's going to draw a bane arrow.
It is within range because default Bardic inspiration you have to be able to hear them. Only the Solis was 30 feet.
I'm still thinking of along the 5e concept of bards.
So Bardic Inspiration's up?
Yep.
Is that the one that's already in the buffs list, or is
It
it?
should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll double check yours real quick, but I think I fixed them all for everybody once we switched to bards.
That's plus another 2d8.
Just a solid 52 damage.
Jesus.
Which one are you targeting?
The one that Rick hit. He hit one of the ones way up on the mountain, right?
The top right one.
This one.
Oh no, I'm shooting at one of the ones throwing the rocks.
They're all throwing
That's
the
right.
rocks.
Yeah, I think it's all the same.
There's only 3 of them.
They're only like 50 feet away.
They're
Well,
150. I
they're
have them
off
on there so you
map
can
edge, but-
see the amount, but
Mhm.
they're
I'm
technically
sorry.
150 feet away.
I'm sorry, I missed that very key detail. Well, then I'm gonna shoot that one wrist shot at, and I'm tell Juan to go down and defend the gate. Point him down there,
Gotcha.
and that's their turn.
Gotcha. Stone giants. You see 2 of them make a full run, which should get them within. Let's see there. Okay, yeah, with a full sprint, these 2 giants are upon the gate.
Mhm.
The other one moves about 40 feet and then has the boulder in hand that he had pulled out of the ground, and he is going to chuck it at Emmanuel.
It's the range.
21.
That'll miss.
That'll miss. As it just like it misses and it like crashes against the top part of this tower, and you see a couple of the guards have to like jump for cover and to avoid the crash of it, and leaves a giant impact crater that scatters upon the ground. It is
Incoming.
Gork's turn.
Go for the eyes.
We only see the 3 giants right now, but do we think
Yes.
there's more coming?
Probably.
I mean, I could roll a perception or something to see if there's like shaking trees or something.
Yeah, roll perception if you like.
$35.
Look, scanning the horizon and seeing if you can see anything in particular.
Mhm.
You don't see anything in terms of like giant stuff seems to be coming out of the woodwork to the north. You only really see the 3. Trying to make sure that I don't forget anything else just before I
Yeah, no worries.
say
Take your
that's
time.
it. No, you do not see anything else. Just the 3 giants.
Okay. So, out of character, I know there's going to be a whole lot more. But in character, I feel like Gork would be thinking, if it's just these 3 giants, it might not be me worth freaking out all these 2 legs around me right now about me just werebearing out. Like, growing claws is one thing, but my bones rearranging is something else. Let's see.
Just gotta shuffle the old skeleton.
Jumping down.
It's like dominoes every time he does it. You see one falls and they all just kind of fall.
Jumping down there would be foolhardy. Because then I'd be trapped on the other side of the wall.
Would be trapped on the other side because the gate is currently down, and I don't think they're going to open it up for it.
Yeah, exactly. I have my gauntlets to let me once per round catch a thrown rock. Is it possible that I could like prepare an action to try to run and jump and grab one if it's somewhere within the vicinity of where I'm standing?
I'll allow that. I'll say anywhere within the move distance of your movement. Like, so I think you have like 20 feet or 25.
Because I'm directly over the gate right now. Is my thought.
Yeah. So if they try to throw it anywhere past you,
yeah,
I'll say that you can use your action to move and try to intercept it.
Yeah, I want to do that. And before we rolled initiative, I used a swift action to pop my claws. I just want.
Yeah,
that's it. That's an important thing for shifters. Otherwise, you suck. Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Gotcha. Next up is Pledrum.
All right. So, what should I do? Well, I should probably get on top of the wall at least. I guess. All right. I'm going to. Who's on top of this side? Fixa and Gork. Okay. What was the check to climb onto the wall?
As long as you have a climb skill of at least +4, it's fine. There's ladders on this side.
I mean, you've got.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Yeah.
Just because of my strength. Yeah.
Yeah. As long as because it's a DC 5 to climb a ladder. So as long as you have a +4 to climb a ladder, you don't have to roll for that.
So could I?
It is. I think half your movement to climb the ladder. The wall here is about 20 feet up. So to climb up the wall fully, it would take 40 feet of movement.
Okay, so I can get there, but I can't climb up the wall.
Yeah.
So then I might actually. Let's see.
And from there, you can see through the gate to see them.
It was 40. So maybe I'll just do this. Get closer, and then I can cast what? Not a lot I see that's so Gork, you can't really fight these guys like you don't really have any ranged options, do you?
I have no ranged options, no.
Okay.
I mean, one, but it's very situational, and that's not that situation.
I'm thinking about starting a virtuoso performance and giving someone blade thirst. But I'm thinking maybe Emmanuel, because I can give it to 30 pieces of, or 50 items of ammunition.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
So Emmanuel, I can give you your weapon. So you get an enhancement bonus that is, what is it at this level? +1 for every 3 levels after 6. So it's +2 right now.
Which
All right.
virtuoso performance is this?
This is Blade Thirst that I'm doing with it. So I can put virtuoso performance in the chat if that's what you're looking for. But
No,
like,
I was.
Does it work on ranged?
yeah, you can.
And
I'll
it's
just put it. I'll just link the arcane duelist
+2
part.
to attack.
No. You can go look because it's an enhancement bonus. So you probably already have like equivalent to that. So
Yeah, so you can cash
you
it in,
can
like,
look
abilities.
through those, I believe, and you can apply those to the one of these conditions to the weapon as well. So it's like defending,
like
distance,
defending.
ghost touch, keen, mighty cleaving, returning, shock, shocking birth, seeking, speed.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you just supercharge his arrows.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't do enhancement bonuses, right? Because we have
I mean, if you didn't have enhancement bonuses already, you could use those. But again, your weapon bonus from the automatic progression is already Eclipse +1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go to Blade Thirst on there, just pick one of those and put it on there.
Okay. It looks like I might get 2 if you have a +2 at this point.
Oh well, keeping in mind some of those abilities are +2 in
+2s, yeah.
like
Yeah.
speed.
I think shocking burst.
Yeah, shocking.
Stinks is I've already got shocking. I've got to. Okay, cool. I'll look at it and see if it can help me. Can he retcon that if it can't actually help me?
Yeah,
Nah, I'm fine with just throwing it on there.
when it comes to your turn, I'll have you decide on which buff you have if you need to look through them. So, because certain ones will work for you and certain ones won't. So,
Right.
because some of them are like melee dependent versus ones that can be.
And this is something I think we'd probably work out, but I don't know what works best for Emmanuel out of character.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I know that Michael and I talked about doing that for Gork at some point because speed to get me another attack on a full attack would be pretty gnarly.
But just right now, with range being kind of what we're doing.
Yeah, distance is definitely one.
Got it. Well, yes, I forgot about that. But yeah, after you're doing that, it will be Rish's turn.
Well, even if I move in to cast haste, royalties spread apart for it to matter. Right, to hit all of us anyway. Suppose I'll use my move action to reload, although I think it's not that, but then I'll cast mirror images on myself. So I got 5 of them.
Always helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Brings us to Afixa.
How tall is this tower? So if I was
30 feet.
So what sort of, I guess my question is, what sort of movement would I need to do to get within range of this? Would I be able to go up and over the tower from the wall?
You could. This is basically 10, 15, 20, 25 to get to the edge.
I have
Yeah,
a
but
35 speed.
Oh, you have fly speed?
Yeah, angelic aspect.
Okay,
Gives me
it'll
a
still
30
take
foot
more.
fly
It'll still
speed.
take more than 30 to get to him because this is higher than you are now.
Okay, that was my question. So
Okay. I forgot about the fly speed. So.
yeah, no worries. So in that case, she'll.
By the way, does your angelic aspect change your appearance as you do this at all? Just for flavor's sake.
Yeah. Not so much her appearance, but it does kind of give her a faint, like almost like a divine aura about her, just a thin like outline of white.
But it doesn't give you like wings or anything. You're just floating with.
Oh no, it
magical
definitely gives me
energies.
wings. Yeah, for sure. Gives me radiant pure white wings, and just that.
Which is a very good contrast to the skin tone you have as a deep gnome.
Yeah.
Okay, show of hands. How many of us have super forms?
I think everyone but Emmanuel and Pledman.
I think 3 of us do.
Oh, you haven't seen my snake get to its full size yet.
So do we have? Is it safe to, or can I just have Xerxes in cat form just chilling on her person, so I don't have to track his?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll set this aside for now.
Yeah, you can just set it aside. I just put it on there if you choose to do anything with him that required movement.
She'll go use a double move to get here, and just kind of settle up next to Gork and say, "Ready to do this?"
I didn't change the token for it, but I have a token on there for when you had a bird.
Okay.
We'll just use that to assume that the cat's like draped around you.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
I'll just be applying guidance to my second attack whenever I do full up in attacks, but otherwise will be the first attack or the single attack.
Gotcha.
Gork rakes his claws across the stonework to sharpen them and says, "Oh, I've been ready."
So it's a double move to get there. Actually, she'll go up right behind the crenellation.
Gotcha. Manuel.
Right. I think he's going to use the speed to get 1 extra attack on a full attack. And he will now fire 3 arrows, 1 at each, using a bane arrow. 1 at each. What are these? Giants?
Giants.
So he's going to full attack.
It always feels funny that giants are large creatures in Pathfinder.
And they're not huge. And they're huge creatures in 5e, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're giants.
There are
Depends on the
huge
giant.
giants. Yeah, there are
Yeah,
huge
there
giants.
are. Yeah, I know there. I think it was like storm giants or something, or whatever they are called. Pathfinder are huge, but I know
All right,
there's-
he's going to use point blank shot and deadly aim at these first 2. This is at the first 2, and the last one will be at the 3rd guy way up on the hill.
So we're like you doing 1 on each.
Yeah, 1 on each of these, and it's 2d8 extra if those hit on each one.
Oh yeah, both of them will hit, and that other one will confirm.
Okay. So 69 plus 15 for 79, 84 damage on that one. And the first one,
That one's not feeling good.
the first one took 30, 40 damage. And then the one up on the hill plus 2d8 takes 50.
Yeah, they're not all feeling that great after Emmanuel's death blows of arrows. In fact, this one's going to go here, and since he can't reach you because he's too up, he's going to start smashing that pillar. Without you being closer to the wall, he is out of reach of you now because it'd be like shooting underneath you.
Yeah. That's
He is going
physics.
to just. I'm just going to roll a 5d20 because I'm not going to roll damage on screen for a wall. Oh, oof. Yeah. You see the wall just begin to spider crack. And the top you're standing on is also beginning to crack and break.
This one's making a new door.
And give me a second, sorry.
Oh,
nice.
wow. Nice effects, Richard.
Oh, nice.
It just begins to spider crack and break apart. It is considered difficult terrain at this point now.
Okay.
As it is literally on the verge of tumbling down. The other one after that critical is going to come and do the same. Still hits, but it doesn't crit. But I will need you to roll me a reflex save to avoid being buried in the rubble.
Okay. Tower's going down.
The tower is coming down. Okay. I'll say you can either go to the behind it over this area, or you can lunge over here.
This would still be up off the ground, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna jump that way.
Okay, so. All right, give me a second. Lots of math to take care of.
No worries. And I believe there's still the one left.
Yeah, he's going to throw a rock at Emmanuel.
Okay. Can I use my
You can use your action to just catch it.
I believe I'm gonna be the you here, Richard. The rock throwing creature ability does require a reflex saving throw, so let me look that up.
Yeah. I mean, again, you guys got to keep me honest, and I got to keep you honest when I can too. So.
Yep. It shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Once per round, a creature that would normally be hit by a rock can make a reflex save to catch it as a free action. It's DC 15 for a small rock, 20 for a medium rock, and 25 for a large one. I do not believe it's a large one, but would it be small or medium?
I think it would be medium.
Okay. So I will perform a reflex saving throw. I have a plus 12, so this is because it's DC 20, so this is far from impossible. There we go.
Nicely done, sir.
Catch it, shrink it, land in front of Emmanuel, stop him from getting crushed by a rock.
Are you over here now?
I mean, that's up to Richard.
I would say you'd probably be beside Manuel at this point to catch the rock.
Thank you. They really don't like me, but I don't like them either.
Keep your head in the game. Just keep sticking them with the little sticks.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Gork, it is now your turn.
Okay. So essentially, this might be difficult terrain for them, but they can fully get past that, right?
Yeah. It would not be difficult terrain for them if they're large creatures.
Mm.
Actually, no, it's a big tower. They would still be difficult terrain for them, but they would be able to get through it.
Yeah. I don't like how few they are. I think they're trying to swim around us or something, but we can't let these ones through. Looks around at the panicking peasants on the wall. Well,
you see a couple guards that had been crushed by the rocks here.
Mm-hmm. No. I'm gonna have to give him something else to get past. And I would like to run and jump down over here. That's 20 feet, so that's still very much. And then I will use my action to assume my dire bear form. So if you will...
Does your size increase?
Yes, it increases.
You should have the multi-sided on this token.
Yep, I was sitting right there. So that way there, I'm exactly in the center. So if they try to get around me, they will get an AOL from me.
Gotcha. Next up on the order, Pledrum.
All right. So now I'm going to climb up here.
Adjust my stats from the buffs.
All right. Let's go. Let me check something real quick.
Once again, very unpleasant sound of me changing into a giant bear as I'm flying through the air.
All right.
To be fair, they just hear the tower fall. They probably are deaf to your bones cracking.
Yeah.
That's the only bones that's been cracking with the tower falling.
But like you see like his shoulders pop out and like enlarge and everything like that.
Oh yeah, it's very gross. But I think definitely in Gork's mind, even if he was paying attention to it, which I don't think he would be, the townsfolk aren't really as concerned about you right now.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Blistering Invective.
guess they'll make an intimidate check to demoralize the enemies. Go
That's
ahead.
pretty low, all things considered.
I'm just looking up the DC of it again.
Considering your bonus, God.
See, 10 plus hit die plus wisdom modifier.
So if they were ever going to pass this, it's now.
Nope, that they still fail.
Yeah.
So you just go up there and you start strumming this fiery tune. You're like, I imagine like the strings of your lute actually spark as you're doing this. As they just spontaneously catch fire to your tune. And let me roll the reflex saves for them to see if they catch fire.
Yes.
That one definitely catches fire.
No.
The second one does not. But the fact that they just magically caught fire does demoralize them, and if they are now like looking at Pledger like, what the fuck?
Thank you. I have that effect on people.
And extends by 1 for every 5 which you beat the DC, so it's only just the one round. Okay. Before you go, Rish, at this point, you all begin to hear the sound of bestial roars and growls mingled with deep voices shouting a language you don't understand in the distance to the southeast. The language don't understand is clearly just from what you've heard in the distance for these ones yelling insults. You hear more giants to the southeast, as well as you hear Gork. You in particular, you hear the sound of bears to the southeast.
Yeah, I do know giant, but I assume it's just battle cries.
At this
and
far
insults.
away, it's incomprehensible because it's just the distance. So this is when it gets to the point. You can stay here and fight these guys if you like, or you can leave and go to the next encounter that might pose a more immediate threat. Depending on what you choose, the threats are going to change because some of them could be more threatening than others.
Emmanuel, did you decide what effect you wanted?
Speed.
Yeah.
Speed? Yeah, speed is. Yeah.
Speed's,
If you
I
can't
mean,
pick one, go with speed.
Flat. That's the best.
So this is where you guys have to decide. Are you going to stay here and fight these guys? Or are you going to leave and try to defend elsewhere?
Do we have to stick together, or can we?
You can
We
spread
should-
up, but be aware that is going to be very risky.
Okay.
We got at least one of these guys seriously wounded.
Yeah, well,
Let's.
I mean, Pledrum floated the idea earlier of splitting up, and you guys all seem to dislike it, so.
I cannot communicate in bear form, so I can't have an opinion here.
Let's finish these up quick and go to the next.
I'm happy to hop on Juan. His speed,
Yeah, can we go? Like,
they're not
one
going to be
round
able to
and
catch
then
us, and I can try and slow down the group below, and Rish can fly over there with me.
You can stay around one more round and then run if you
That's a good
wish.
idea.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. Yeah.
because I guess
Yeah.
purely out of character.
Because I will tell you, out of context right now, there is a timer for this raid on Sandpoint.
Oh, I'm certain.
Come on,
So
Gork,
just
let's
keep-
take out these giants and
So just
follow
keep that in
them.
mind. So if that's the consensus, we'll go ahead and go to Rish's turn. I'm not forcing you guys to do anything. I just wanted to make sure before we progressed what you guys wanted to do.
Between
Richard, are you
Emmanuel-
okay with this splitting the party like that?
If you want, I'm not going to stop you from doing anything.
Because I mean, I feel like between Emmanuel and Gork, we could probably take out these last three. Because currently, with the buffs and bear form, my bear claws are physically incapable of missing because they're plus 24, except on natural 1, and we've been hitting them on 24s. So
Yeah, I don't see much of a threat here. I think 2 or 3 of us could finish off what's left.
I mean, who
There's
knows?
something-
Maybe Rish will just fireball
So
and kill.
I was going to say, do you guys want to split the party is the question.
Spend a round focus firing and decide from there.
As
and
we're
if-
spread out, I could give everyone but Gork haste. Or everyone but Afixa haste.
You could, could you
just-
ready it
just
until I get closer?
Before you cast haste, I was going to lead in with this before you we continue. when you guys change scenes, essentially, any rounds per level stuff is going to go away. So keep that in mind as well.
Mm.
Because you're basically traveling through the town.
Yeah.
What about rounds per minute?
Rounds per minute.
Sorry.
10 rounds per minute.
Sorry, rounds per level. You answered my question.
That,
Minutes per level.
Minutes per
rounds
level will be fine. That's not going to be a problem. But rounds per level between scenes are going to go away. So just keep that in mind for the future.
Yeah, I kind of.
Because for flavor, I'm going to keep it in the initiative tracker of turns.
Mhm.
But it's going to be more than a couple rounds for you to get between the town.
Mhm.
Because you're having to go through alleys, through down roads. It's not just like a straight run sprint. Sorry, I keep interrupting you, Kenneth. So
Yeah, and that changes some things.
Yeah, you might want to hold on to haste then.
Right about there.
Although haste could give us a bit of advantage of rushing to the next scene too. At least in theory.
Oh God, what do we do?
Pretty slim.
and this is a big choice, depending on what you guys do and which things you do. I just wanted to be upfront with you that things will affect the outcomes.
Mhm.
I think having Emmanuel and Reish go on ahead is a good idea because there are guys who hang back.
That works for me.
And we're
too.
probably the
If they
fastest.
can pelt them from afar while we take care of these, while us melee guys take care of these guys,
We shouldn't
I
be too
feel
far
like that's
behind.
best of both worlds.
Because even if we don't kill all the giants here, once again, I shouldn't be talking because I'm in bear form. But even if we don't kill all the giants here, that's better than because we haven't killed anyone, so we were effectively giving up this front without a fight.
But y'all stay and fight. Reish and I'll go take care of the others. Let's go.
Alright, I guess I'll parting gift a fireball on him.
Okay. So
Upcast the DC
Upcast.
for 2 more. So 22.
DC is 22. Let me see.
Not quite a 22.
Mm-hmm.
Almost a 22 if you read it backwards.
This one is dead. The other one is very hurt.
I guess I'll start making my way off the map.
Okay. So
Right behind you.
Fix it. It'll be your turn before we go on to the changing of scenes for certain ones of you.
Okay.
What's his fly speed?
Spell gives you 60.
60? Oh.
Nice.
Right. Let's see if
I mean, you can go almost as fast on one, can't you?
Yep.
would I be able to charge from here or no?
If you're flying, yes.
Okay. So then I'll go ahead and charge. We'll go charge here.
Okay, it will get an attack on you as it does have reach.
Mhm.
So it will take one great club attack against you. Will miss completely because
And,
natural threes happen.
and I'll take a single swing. This is at a +3, 2 for charging, 1 for guidance.
Okay, so that will hit. There's 16 points of damage, and that drops that one.
All right. Do we just leave the other one then?
I make bear roar and look back over the other side of the wall.
Fix would turn and get ready to follow the rest.
Okay, Emmanuel, are you heading out?
Well, that's interesting. I can still take a single attack on that guy and try and drop him
Do it.
and still jump on one. So we'll drop point blank shot because he's still out of 30 foot. Is he still at long range?
He at this point would be at your normal range.
Okay.
Yeah, then it is really the best of both worlds because we were able to drop all these guys in one
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
decision to make.
like 2 turns.
Well,
It will
we'll
basically
see.
just delay your getting to the next scene by like essentially a round in the turn tracker that I have
Yeah.
going.
All good.
Bane arrow. I guess no, I can't full attack and still move, so he'll try one shot.
That'll hit, and even with a minimum bane, that will kill him.
Nice.
Good, because it's the minimum bane.
No, it's not the minimum. Minimum will be 2.
Oh yeah, true. I just see the red, and I think.
So from there, we will go ahead and transition scene because there's nothing really here left for you to do.
While riding over there, I'd like to cast a spell, if that's all right.
For this, I will say no because you're basically trying to rush, so you're using your action and movement. Because
Well, he is riding one.
this is true. Okay, I'll allow you to have a spell since you're not having to devote any of your time because you have a goddamn mount.
Okay, and he's going to cast Animal Growth on Juan.
Okay. So is he a huge creature now?
Whatever the next category is. Large.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Animal growth is called cancer cone.
so you make your way through, following the sound of these roars and growls and screams of terror as you approach. You get towards the bridge on the eastern end of town before you see what you see. As you approach, you spot a group of 3 dire bears with 2 stone giants in tow. 2 stone giants with 3 dire bears in tow. 2 of the bears are tearing the roof off of the building as a third one is growling at a cornered woman. As you watch, one of the giant reaches down and grabs the woman by her waist and lifts a leather sack that he has on his side and stuffs the woman inside of it. You see that there's also another woman scrambling to get out that he just kind of pushes back down and kind of like ties it taut to keep him from getting out. You see another giant using a torch to set fire to the tannery in town.
Oh, well, fuck that place. That's fine.
Says the bear.
Yeah.
Around here.
The familiar sight for some of you of Daz Corvett, the one that had the ghost child in the nearby island that you had dealt with back in the end of book 1, is holding his dogs at heel, afraid they might be slaughtered by these giant bears as he's cranking a large crossbow. Meanwhile, a human man is running from the tannery shouting, "It's going to blow! It's going to blow!" And I will turn you into the new map. And I will roll up the initiative of the bear, because we were going to start at the stone giant's turn.
Also, I would still be in dire bear form because that lasts for hours.
Yeah, go ahead and transition yourself. I just put the tokens in ahead of time. You can also rearrange yourselves as you see fit. I just put you there like that.
I had 40 speed.
I gotta
I'm
be
pretty sure I'd
honest
still
with
be in
you,
front.
Richard. These bears don't look particularly intimidating. They kind of just look. They look. Here's the noise they look like they're making. They look like they're going, "Ha! Hey guys, I'm a bear." It's just the eyes. The eye is like wall eyes.
To be fair, sometimes it's hard to find good bear pictures that aren't real bears.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
you. I went through all that with Gork.
Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of bear artists.
Yeah. Also, try finding a werebear. Oh my god. I saw.
They made a whole. They made a whole Disney movie, or was it a Pixar movie? I don't remember.
That's a brother bear.
Brother
But he's
bear?
still a bear. He's not a humanoid bear.
Yeah.
He's literally a werebear.
But he doesn't have a humanoid bear form. He just has a bear and then a human form.
Yep.
Well, most werewolves don't have a hybrid form. In
That's
me.
Never
Now
find
we're
a
just splitting
trait.
hairs. Anyway, are you guys positioning yourself any other way, or are you guys sticking to how it is?
I mean, I assume I can't be any farther forward, so.
Yeah, probably like here would be the line. So if you wanted to approach 5 more feet, you can.
Which one
Right.
is the giant accosting women? And
This
kidnapping
one. He has a couple women in a leather sack.
All right.
He's on his belt.
She'll be making a beeline towards him.
By the way, if that dude with the dogs and the crossbow shoots a bear, he's dead. All right.
Dare you try to protect your home and property?
Okay, so the stone giants notice you all coming.
Also,
And
I think that's a funny argument, Michael, considering if the situation was reversed, where if a human was in the woods and a bear attacked it, everyone would be like, what an awful bear! Anyway.
So let's see.
So yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to have to be a diplomat with these dire bears.
Use bear diplomacy.
Bear diplomacy.
This one can actually charge Gork. So there's going to be one on attacking Afixa with a full attack, and the other one is going to charge attack Gork.
Okay, my AC is 35 against these guys.
It'll be 2 higher because he's charging, just FYI.
Yep, that's fine.
So this one will be against Gork, which will miss
Nope.
terribly. As
House
he's,
got owned, though.
I was going to say, he's swinging towards you, and he cleaves through the building. But because it does that, it slows it down enough that it doesn't get through your bear hide. And the other one is going to make a full attack against Afixa.
Bear hide, the
Full
strongest.
Miss and miss.
As it just like upswings and like concaves the ground and then tries to swing up at you. But you're able to leap back at the right time. And it is now Gork's turn.
Do I recognize these 3 dire bears?
You do not recognize these dire bears.
Mm,
All bears don't look alike to you, so
Yes.
they do not look like bears you recognize.
okay, so that buys us a little bit more time for me to use wild empathy to talk them down. So
Please,
instead,
Greg, this isn't like you.
go home. You're drunk. I'm gonna 5-foot step up, and I guess this one is gonna get a full attack here.
They
So,
do look drunk.
power attack.
Listen, you little shit.
See, friendly rivalry because Pledrum isn't threatening them, and then I will. Do I want to just go all out or only partially all out? Yeah, I'm gonna go. So first up is a full attack of unarmed strikes. So this should just roll all 3 at once.
Hit, miss, miss.
Dang. Okay, and then next up is 2 bear claws.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Miss.
Wow, I'm rolling shitty there. But I believe the 34 hits.
Yes, it does.
All right, so that is 21 damage,
So a total of 36 points of damage to him.
and then a bear bite. Oh, yeah, sorry. Bear bite.
That one will
25.
hit. 19.
Probably should have just done Shifter's Fury with my claw instead of the unarmed strike, but occasionally, if all those attacks had hit, it would have been a truly disgusting amount of damage.
Oh, yeah. Okay, next up on the order is Pledrum.
All right. So,
Oh, right. Sorry, I almost forgot. The one that got hit with my bear claw, I do get a free grapple against.
Indeed, you do.
So that would be CM. Okay, so this should still be correct.
Just gets him.
Nice.
Although that would take into account your grapple. You would be grappled for your secondary attacks after the claw. So what does it lower your attack by when you're grappled?
Let me.
Because it might affect the bite. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like the bite's the only thing. I can always choose not to grapple. It's optional. Grappled. That lowers it. It doesn't look different on my screen because it's a natural attack, and you can normally.
Yeah, he's not doing dex with it, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's
So.
strength based.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm just making sure.
all right. I'm moving right there around the house here. I don't know if that would give either the bear or the giant an attack of opportunity, but if it does, I'll.
Let me see. The giant would normally, but he is
Nice.
currently grappled, so I'm gonna say he doesn't have the.
Pledrum still has his mirror.
The bear does not have reach, so you're fine.
All right. Inspire Courage. Arcane Strike. I don't think this. Yeah, we're both targeting the same guy here, or we're within reach of the same guy. So
Yeah.
no friendly rivalry.
Maybe Blood of the Empire though.
Yeah.
Because is it when I damaged them or they damage me?
It's when you damage or they damage you, I think.
Okay. So Blood for the Empire is applicable.
Yes.
Awesome. So then I'm going to power attack. Now I got all my buffs in order. Let's hit him with an instrument. All right. So just the one attack. 36.
It has to be damaged by an ally.
Yeah, I damaged it, so
Yeah.
all good.
36 versus flat-footed.
Oh yeah, definitely hits. They're a giant. Definitely hits. 33 points of damage. Nice.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Next
So
up,
this
we
does
have-
damage as a giant loot. So to this giant, it just feels like he's getting hit with a guitar.
Okay, I'll
Fucking Slash just show up and fight me.
So basically, we're all going to run Pledrum's build when we play the all bard singing group.
No, I'm gonna be the one that calls lightning down by doing a bardic performance, and I'm
And
just
you also need a dual wheel drummer that uses 2 clubs and
Oh,
has
yeah.
just the drum that just starts jamming.
I feel like that should be a monk with those little bow stick things.
Kenneth,
Little
you're
bitty
muted
ones.
if you're talking.
No, I'm not talking.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, he's gonna try to kill the bears.
Restrain. Not with fire, but
Watching you. Watching you.
my other idea was to try to blind them temporarily, but I don't know. I feel like
But then I decided to blind them permanently.
I blinded them with fire.
eye juices are flammable, you know.
Now I just had an image of all 4 bears, including myself, next to each other, and everyone's standing around being like, "But which one's the real Gork?"
But you want to try to talk them down.
I mean, you
Do
don't-
we know that, though?
No, probably not.
Is it okay to shoot the deadly,
He can't
dangerous
talk
tiger
in bear
bears?
form, so he can't tell us that either.
Yep.
You need to
Uh,
get that druid feat that lets him talk while shapeshifted.
We have to ask the bears something only Gork would know.
You've also still got it on.
Honestly, if
5e
you burned
version.
a 4 album,
Oh,
Gork
let
would
me
probably
fix
be
that
the
real
last
quick.
one alive.
Gork, what's your favorite food? The bear just like sniffs its balls. They're good. They're good.
Okay, so dropping tentacles there would put them all in grapple range.
Are we the bad guys? I feel like good guys shouldn't be ending every encounter like this.
I mean, why wouldn't you? So you're doing black tentacles?
Yep.
Let's see. What's the radius on it, you said?
20.
Okay. I'm just going to make an icon to do a radius.
Mhm. That one doesn't look like that rolled. It also doesn't look like it took my thing, so I'll go ahead and do that. 30
So
grapple.
You want
Juan
it like
eats
this?
the neighbor's dog.
I think I had it one more down, but that works too, it would look like.
Yeah, either way. Okay, to grapple CMD will not grapple the giants. Let me check the bears. Will grapple the bears. Bears
So it
all
will?
take. Yeah, it will. It will grapple the bears. as the bears begin to struggle against these inky tentacles.
Oh, that's
Oh,
2 less damage. I forgot to put in the thing that
gotcha.
didn't make the. I'll put that in now. Yeah.
Okay, so they're all now grappled as it is now Fix's turn.
All right,
Well,
she's going.
all the bears are anyway.
She's going 5-foot step and full attack.
Of course, you get all the good rolls.
I was gonna say, do you can auto confirm right now? Or?
No, not right now.
Okay,
No.
so either way, those two do confirm. So let's see, that's 70 plus. Well, that one's not feeling well. Still up, but not feeling well at all.
And that is my turn.
I would hope so, because that was a brutal turn. Emmanuel.
All right. Juan is going to, with his climb speed, I assume no problem, just coming up here on top of the roof.
It concaves a little bit on the way.
Yeah,
Also,
we're not worried about destroying this building at this point.
But yeah, you're fine.
As the children cry from within.
Don't worry, the good guys are here.
I love the fact that giants are attacking one side, and we've got a giant snake and a giant bear on our side, so it's just a giant kaiju battle.
Which one is Juan biting?
This giant.
That'll hit.
All right.
27.
And then see if he grapples it. Why didn't it?
That doesn't have a grapple attempt on there.
What the hell? Sorry, okay, I'm just gonna do this one then.
That will grapple and kill him with the crushing damage. Wait, does he have reach? I thought even with the huger size,
At huge,
bipeds and stuff don't get reach.
at huge,
It's usually
he does.
1 step below for quadrupeds.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
he does.
Alternatively, he could just shift it here, but
Yeah, that
It
would
doesn't
work.
matter either way. He's
Yeah.
dead.
And then Manuel is going to hop down. Actually, he's gonna switch his swift action switch or turn on his aspect to the tiger and aspect to the mouse because he wouldn't have had those running as they were traveling. And he's gonna fire at this fellow. With a bang arrow. Do I still have that speed going? The virtuoso?
I don't think so.
I would have thought you would turn that
I think
off.
I think it's considered a bardic performance. So
yeah,
Yeah.
and he would have
Yeah.
turned that off as soon as we started running, right?
yeah, I meant so.
Okay.
Bless would still be going though.
Blood for the Empire's still up, right?
Yeah, because we kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah. So he gets a single shot on that guy. Gravity bow's still up because it's minutes. And Bane arrow.
And you're attacking the other giant.
Yeah.
He is also dead.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yeah, my next turn I'll be dismissing the black tentacles then. We're going to try and talk them down. So I
Okay.
assume Gork will make his intentions known.
yeah, let me try this before you do that.
Give me a second. It's still their turn, so I'm just seeing about
Mhm.
grapple.
I'm curious to know if the dire bears were part of the AP if you added them just because of me. It would be quite the coincidence if they were supposed to be here in the AP.
I mean, I can just tell you if you want.
Sure.
They were part of the AP.
Wow, that's very convenient.
That's why when you said you wanted to be a werebear, I'm like, oh, fit in. Bears everywhere.
it's all coming together now.
Let's see.
It's barely bearable.
Werebear and
I'm looking at grappled so I can see what they can do.
Yes, I need a gaze attack for Gork. That's what I need.
28
With
to
the
break the
Care Bears
grapple, if I
there.
remember right. Yes, 28.
Oh, God.
But I think they can still attack when they're grappled, can't they?
If they have
I
reach.
believe so, yeah.
Yes. They just
Natural weapons
have
and light
-2 to
weapons.
their attack.
Okay. Yeah, they're just going to keep attacking. So -2 to their attacks, I think.
Yep.
Here we go. If you are grappled, you can attempt. You can take any action that doesn't require 2 hands to perform.
Yeah, natural attacks are like light weapons, so they're fine to keep.
And the grappled condition gives you -2 on attack rolls. That's what I was trying to look at earlier. So it still would have hit with Gork's bite, but yeah, see, these are all going to be -2 attack
There's
for the
a
one bear.
condition if you want to hit their buffs. I don't know if you have a sheet.
They don't. It's NPC sheets and stuff don't have that, so I don't have them for them. So one bear is going to attack, but the other 2 are going to try to break free. That's okay. This is a break free of the grapple. One of them fails. Second one, 26.
Wow, they needed 28.
And I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 6. Yes, we know.
Yeah.
Move on. The other one is going to do 2 claws and a bite against Pledrum. They are all going to be at -2. So the bite first.
Miss.
Natural 3. Natural 6. Getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
Last claw. Natural 6 again. I'm going to get a 10 above a 10 eventually.
Mhm.
Watch next one be a natural 20.
Gork, you're up.
I'll 5-foot step up. And do I need to wild empathy them one at a time, or?
You're going to have to get in a grapple attempt to put on you.
Okay, fine. Then I'll just step
I
back.
think it's on my turn, but
I think I think it's also as soon as you step
I
into
can't
it.
see the
too.
aura. It's just a ring on my screen. That's all.
Okay, here. Let me put the aura so people can see it. That was my bad.
I can see it on mine, but whatever.
Thank you.
I thought I
Yeah,
had
it's
enabled
muted.
that, but I think I'd
Yeah.
given. I think I'd given Reach permission to
Each round at beginning of my turn, so yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can go in it.
Well, it's not really important. That was just with the thematics. Can I? Do I need to wild empathy with them one at a time as an action, or
You can just do it as a lot of them.
Okay, let's see. 1d20 plus shifter level plus charisma mod plus 4. So charisma mod is a -1. Shifter level's 10, so that's plus 14. Let's just see how this goes before I say what I'm trying to do.
So what are you trying to do?
I am basically trying to calm them down and let them know that we're not enemies and that they shouldn't listen to the giant 2 legs and they should just go home.
Okay. In addition to that, go ahead and roll me a I guess it would be a sense motive.
Yeah, I want to see if they're hopped up on super cocaine or not.
So for most people, it wouldn't really make much of a difference either way. But since you can actually understand them, they are not speaking clear, I guess, berries.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly incomprehensible gibberish. You can imagine whatever spirit or whatever mind they've had has been well and truly broken by these giants.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where they are literal mindless beasts bent on either killing or obeying the commands of their masters. So they're probably not going to, now that their masters are dead and not able to call them off, they're probably just going to rampage.
Well, that's depressing. Hopefully my family isn't like that. But time to kill them. Bears kill each other in nature too.
I will say that is your attempt to use your turn
Yeah,
to
I figured that was my
convince them
action.
otherwise.
If I could just do a free action where I could just kind of look at the others and kind of like do that thing where I like roll and point my head, being like, okay, have at them. You know, best I can.
Yeah, that's fine. It will be Pledrum's turn.
And now that I've gotten the permission from Gork, I'm going to go rock and roll on this bear.
Man, ever since I started hanging around with Gork, I haven't been able to kill a bear in months. I have
As-
the itch.
I often do.
What do you think my clothes are made out of? God.
So that first attack was a critical.
Mm-hmm. That does confirm. As you just rock guitar smash into this thing. The other one will hit as well.
That's a sweet 91 damage.
Mhm.
It's still up, but it is hurting. That's your turn for Pledrum?
Yep, it was a full attack.
Gotcha. Reesh, before you go.
Mhm.
So as you're all handling the situation here, and you seem to have it pretty well in hand, all things considered, you hear a sound. And it's a sound to practically freeze a man's heart. Half bestial roar, half evil laugh echoes across the rooftops, punctuated by the flapping of huge leather wings. You see a fearsome crimson form of a red dragon that hurtles over the north wall, with a knocking guards from the tower with a downburst of wind from its passing flight. Sleek and deadly as it circles the north side of town, smoke pouring from its maw. Eventually, you see it land atop the stone town hall. Its neck coils back like a snake preparing to strike before lunging forward and releasing a torrent of white-hot dragon flame onto the garrison of the Sandpoint.
Mm.
As
Dude,
you
those
see
sound
a red
effects were
dragon.
perfect.
And now you have another point at the start of this initiative, whether you wish to change scenes once more, or if you wish to continue dealing with these bears, as you now are in the presence of a dragon.
I turn around in this spot and begin growl bear barking towards the direction of the dragon and gesturing with one claw. That's pressing. So that's my opinion.
Y'all go. I can take care of the bears.
I'm gonna say Rich just loses a turn taking in the majesty of this beast.
No.
We are not leaving the one person with the bow and arrow to fight the
I mean,
bear.
really, y'all go. Y'all, I know you all want to fight the dragon. I'll just stay here with the cuddly bears.
So you all sticking around to deal with the bears?
No, that's the exact opposite of what I said.
Fix
I don't
would,
think we have consensus. I think everyone's just going to have to act on their round.
I mean,
all right.
if Emmanuel wishes to stay behind and deal with the bears and everyone else charges off, I will allow it. I'm just letting you know that I need to know beforehand.
Time to go.
I'll stay
swallow a
behind and
dragon.
deal with the bears. You guys get a head start on the dragon.
No.
No, maybe not. Ah, shit.
I'll just start heading for the dragon.
Emmanuel, could you grab the bag of people as we leave for the dragon? I'm fine with leaving the bears here and dealing with them here in a little bit.
People.
I feel like they just run on their own. They're not
Yeah.
tied in there.
They're kind of stuck in some black
Yeah.
tentacles at the moment.
Reese, drop your tentacles and go. Juan and I can deal with this.
How long do the
Just
black
get
tentacles
immediately
last?
rocked by the bear.
They're dismissible, but yes, 11 rounds.
I will tell you, in 11 rounds, those villagers are going to be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course, they're also surrounded by dire bears in a frenzy, so it's kind of a trolley problem there.
Good old trolley problem.
I'm heading for the dragon.
Okay.
I mean,
Everyone heading to the dragon, leaving behind the villagers and the bears?
Yeah, like I
Good
said,
walk.
one.
Could Juan stay behind and try to pull the villagers freeing, then going?
I mean, the villagers are fine. We can get them afterward. I was just going to hop on Juan and cast one spell that I think will kill all three of the bears.
They don't write
If it's an-
songs
if
about
it's an
bear
ant-
hunters and runs after the dragon.
Nicely done.
So okay then? Well, what is the manual doing before you run off?
Manuel was going to cast Arrow Eruption,
Oh boy.
which sends a duplicate of the last attack he did on an animal he killed, on a creature he killed, which would have been this giant. So it sends the same arrow at every single one of the bears.
It's a radius effect, right?
Yeah, every creature up to at his level, 10 creatures within 30 feet would get hit by that.
So, important question there, considering we're just concerned about the villagers. You choose the
It
targets,
doesn't.
correct?
It doesn't say you get to choose the enemies. So those villagers are going to be dead.
Wait, what?
It doesn't say you get to choose.
It says you can target one
Where
creature
does it
per
say
caster level.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, I will allow that.
That would be
Doesn't it also say?
terrible.
Doesn't it also say up to the number?
That's why I was
Right.
confused because I'm
Meaning
like, wait a
that
minute.
you could pick and choose if you wanted more or less.
Yes. Okay. Then the wording in that is clear. After I read it a little more, I was trying to skim it, which is always a bad idea with Pathfinder
That
spells.
would have been an amazingly terrible first time.
There are definitely, don't get me wrong, Richard, there are definitely spells in Pathfinder that are like that, where it's like, oh,
well,
you
that's what I'm
could
wondering
pick-
because there are some spells that affect like that.
Yeah, but it's just not this one.
Okay, so I will say this one is dead. The other two are not dead, even with the attack and the grapple. But you depart, leaving the villagers in a sack and 2 bears. That'll handle as it will while you're gone.
Don't worry, they're gone.
Like I said, I'm wasting around looking at the dragon, and then as I notice everyone leaving, I'll dismiss the tentacles and follow after.
Gotcha.
Fixes
Yeah.
herself
That'll
so much.
that'll mean this turn essentially is.
But only because she
Yeah,
knows
I'll
she
be
can't
2
pull
rounds
them free.
behind them. So,
Fuck.
Oh, it's just a baby dragon.
Okay, so second to set up a couple things because dragons are nasty.
Yep.
I'll spread out. Oh, Rish ran away. Shit.
I said I'm 2 rounds behind you.
Where's the furthest line we could go?
Basically one in front of where you guys are now,
Alright.
or one behind the farthest person back.
This your guys' first dragon rodeo?
If you'll make Juan big when you get a second, I'm sure you got shit to do.
Yeah. Hold on. Stop moving them. There we go.
Sorry. I was trying to grab Emmanuel.
Okay, so I closed the initiative tracker. That was my bad. So upon arriving here, it will be essentially a fix-it up in the initiative turn order first.
Okay. Fix wood. Let's see. I can't run as a fly action, can I? Or since I have a
You can't
base-
sprint. No,
Okay.
You can double move though, can't
you
you?
can
Alright,
double move.
I'll double move, and then as my swift action, I'll go ahead and smite the dragon.
Gotcha.
Let me make sure.
But yeah, as you get while you're planning on it your stuff, I was just gonna give you the flavor text as you're here. As you approach, this dragon, the fire seems to just practically pour out of its toothy mouth. Like molten, like dripping saliva seems to set fire to everything it touches. And it seems almost lost in its joyful destruction and bloodthirst. As you're approaching, it seems to only pause occasionally as it's flying around to snap up a terrified townsperson and devour them. You see it grabs a guard in one of its front claws and just bite the entire top torso off of it. You see townsfolk running wild. Some minds seem to be lost to complete fear. Others are trying to save possessions or loved ones from burning buildings around. Others are trying to extinguish fires before they run wild. You see a dwarven man and a half-orc man, as they're trying to escape, collide with each other. A wheelbarrow of filth being turned over. And they both leap to their feet to immediately run, cursing at each other in opposite directions.
Actually, can I retcon my action real quick? Instead of taking a double move, take a single move and cast Bless Weapon on myself.
Sure.
All right, I'll do that. So shift back 30 feet and got Bless Weapon on myself.
Gotcha.
And that'll be my turn, including the smite.
Manuel.
All right, Emmanuel is going to cast Communal Protection from Energy Fire. Slap Juan, slap himself, and then as he moves Juan,
You said protection from energy?
held Pledrum, Gork, and then Afixa. Protection from energy. So y'all each can absorb 120 points of fire damage over the next 20 minutes.
Oh,
but once your 120 is done, then it's gone.
All right,
I should still have my mirror images, right?
Yeah, you haven't been hit.
Yeah, I'm just saying because they're not on my token anymore.
The tokens, when I move them around, got a little disjunctioned. So
There you go. Let's put it back on there.
And could I move? I can. So I haven't abused the archer on a mount. So I'm not clear exactly on the rules. If I cast a spell, Juan gets to move. Can he still double move?
I don't believe. I think if you're doing an action, it can only do a single move, but I can't
I
remember.
believe you're
that for sure.
using your move to move it. Is I think how
It has
works.
its own turn. It can double move, but if you're casting, you take a penalty.
Okay, then I will just single move. That's right. You take a penalty. If it double moves and you're using bows, you can full round attack with bows, but you take a penalty if it's double moving. Okay, that's what it is. And same with spells. Okay, thank you, Ken.
Mhm.
And he's under Longstrider right now, so he's got 50 feet.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, so it is now the dragon's turn. As it flies down and lands upon the ground here in front of you all, it is going to breathe a cone of fire that will reach Pledrum's just out of reach. But the rest of you will be taken in front of it, so I will need you all to roll me a dexterity save.
Reflex save.
Reflex save, yeah, sorry.
21.
And that includes Juan, by the way.
A little lower in this form, but it still works.
And it actually will include no, because you have it on you. I'm not going to count the animal companion because it's not separate right now. Okay, so Juan fails, Gork fails. Let me see, fire breath.
You said the protection lasts for 120 hit points?
Yes. So those of you who passed will take 20 reduced from your thing. So it'll take direct damage right now, but it will chip away. Those of you who failed, which are Juan and Gork, will take 40 off of their 120. As now that it is in presence, it will enact its frightful presence. I believe Affix is immune.
Anybody within 10 feet gets a +4, I believe.
And we still have a +1 from your bless, which should still be
Yes. Yeah.
going. So this will
Okay,
save-
so Juan and Emmanuel will have a +5 to the save, but Gork and Pledrum will have to be just a +1.
Yeah.
But as he is using his frightful presence.
28.
Oh, he's using a frightful presence.
Yes.
Give me just a second.
I'm waiting to let Michael make this go away.
Yeah.
Michael dispels the dragon.
So I am going to switch the Virtuoso. Actually, I think the Virtuoso performance is just gone.
Yeah.
We just ran here, so I wouldn't be doing my Bardic anyway. So I'm going to start on my turn. I can.
So you still have to roll
Yeah.
then.
You just have to roll.
Well, I have
Alright,
stuff
so
that can help me that I can do right now, but
I mean, I
Yes,
rolled a
I'm
28, so I think
So you're
I should
fine
be
with the
okay.
28.
Yeah.
It's a will save.
Yes. You're fine.
All right, this has my +5s in there.
And Fix
Yeah,
is
let's just see if
immune.
anyone actually fails. Its ear effects are.
Is Juan's with the +5 already?
Yes, it is with the +5.
So Juan fails, Pledrum passes. Just barely Pledrum passes.
It's a good ability.
So let's see. You are now shaken for Juan for 5d6 rounds.
Oh, that's what I can do.
For
So
18 rounds, Juan is shaken.
All
Which is
right.
a
One
emergency
of,
one, I think.
one of my abilities is Rallying Cry, and next turn I can make it a part of my bardic performance to use an Intimidate in place of Juan's save there and make the effect go away.
Gotcha.
Does it bypass spell resistance?
This is
I don't
the
think
spell,
it's-
so
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not,
Yeah.
this is just a ability it has naturally. It is doesn't have any typing, so I think it's just the fact that oh shit, it's a dragon.
Yep.
Holy shit, a dragon.
Is Bardic Inspiration still going?
No.
No.
No, because we just showed up here, so I wouldn't
That's
have.
why. That's
Yeah,
why.
It is Gork's turn as well now.
Okay, let's see. Can I move through allies, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I just think you can't end your turn on an ally square, or end your move on a ally square.
I always forget because I almost never charge. Charging, does that add movement?
Plus
Or-
2. It lets you use double your movement.
Mhm.
Gives you a +2 to hit, but a -2 to your AC.
And I
it has
don't
to be in a
think you.
straight line.
And I don't think it could go through allied squares. I think you need something
Oh,
special
yeah.
for that.
Yeah. I that's why I had to
It's just a
rebuild
little bit
my,
better than doing
And
that.
as a note, Afixa is in the air, about 20 feet up.
Okay, so I could, because from where I am here, right there would be 40 feet, which is unfortunately in Juan's space.
Yeah.
So I would have to double move.
Well, double move would still be only 40, so you'd be there. So you'd have to sprint, and that takes a much bigger
But
penalty.
why would it be double move to move 40? My speed is 40 in dire bear form.
Oh, okay.
You were right in this corner.
I thought you were
right?
talking about
So
charging.
That would actually be 40.
No, I was right there next to Pledrum.
I thought you were
This
right
is-
next to the building. Oh well.
No, he
Nope.
was right next to Pledrum.
To make it a little easier, Juan had 5 more movement, and he was going to climb up this. We were going to climb up this building. Would you allow him to kind of be a little bit under where his
I don't believe you
icon
can
is?
just end your turn partially up a building with climb with one. I think you actually have to fully got up the climb because it's still a wall. He
Okay.
doesn't have like gecko skin.
Yep.
Okay, here's a question then. I'm putting myself back to where I started. What is the material composition of these houses? Can I just lower my head and headbutt my way through a wall and just dash to get behind him? Just smashing through people's houses?
Yeah, these buildings are made of wood that aren't like the big ones.
Mhm.
So, and they're already weakened by the fire. You can just crash through it, no problem. I'm gonna.
Yeah, because I
You're a
have
giant bear. That's no
I
problem.
technically have improved Sunder too, so
We did it, Gork. We saved the city.
Guys, I don't know if you watched this week's Demon Slayer episode. This didn't go well when they tried it.
I haven't seen the new season of Demon Slayer yet.
oh, can I do? Because it's if you're running or sprinting or whatever it's called with no armor, it's ×4 your movement.
Yes.
So this would be a legal movement then.
Has to be in a straight line though.
No,
Unless you have the runner feet, I think.
I do not. Man, why is movement so freaking hard in this game? Like,
There is some merit to the claim that, if wizards get to a warp reality and fighters need 3 feet to wipe their ass. Though, again, I would put forward my opinion that you could be able to try an athletics roll, or not acrobatics or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just get to here and park my ass inside of a building. That's a double move. That's a straight line. I mean, it's Any thoughts on that, or?
Sorry, I was tabbed out.
You could double move and start to flank him around this
Yeah,
stone building.
I could double move. So hold on, let me move back to where I started.
I'm like, even with a double move, you can get to like 45. Like you can get up to it,
80.
but if you want to,
there we go. There we go. Right here, that's a double move. That's 70.
Yes, you just like full on just dive into the building. You guys all hear a bunch of clanking and banging, scraping. Yeah, you
Someone's in a tub for some reason during this.
And then you just see Gork just splash out on the other side of the dragon.
Bathrooms
I will say the dragon will get a attack of opportunity because it does have reach with its bite.
Okay, that's fine. My AC will be 4 higher because he was probably attacking with reach. So that's that will be 31 AC. That will miss. Whiff.
That will miss, and just making sure he doesn't have combat reflexes because lots of feats at this level.
Oh, I know.
It does not, so you're fine. Fledrum. That's you, Michael.
Give me a second. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this kill from Gork so I can have the dragon kill.
Well, I mean, the dragon hasn't been touched yet, so that will be quite a hard time to do.
It's not impossible. We've seen weirder things on this.
It's not impossible. Knowing you guys, I'm going to roll.
Is it on ground level right now, or is it flying?
It is about 5 feet up right now because it got low to breathe fire on you.
Okay.
Speaking of, I need to roll to see if it gets its breath weapon back in 4 rounds.
All right, so first things first, going to pop a move action to use Inspire Courage so everyone can put that back up. Not going to do a Virtuoso Performance because that would use my last spell slot. It's pretty high level, it's level 4.
I know exactly what I'm going to do on my turn. I love the idea that Rish hangs back because she was so enraptured with this dragon, and she's finally going to catch up to see us absolutely ripping it apart.
All right, is this a building over here?
Sorry,
Yes.
I tapped out again.
What is this? It's a building?
Yeah.
All right.
This is like a big stone town hall. On the other side of it is the keep. It's like the military stronghold of the place.
How tall is it?
Very tall. It is like 30 feet.
All
like
right.
for an actual building, that's actually pretty tall. So.
Okay. I am going to... Let me see. Because I think now might be a time for a dimension door. But what is the range? How far away can I go? Oh, okay. So what I'm here.
Pretty far, isn't it?
Yeah.
200.
Because what I'm thinking is it's pretty much surrounded now, so I'm thinking its next direction is going to be up. So if I dimension door up here, and I'm already waiting for him.
Mm-hmm.
You guys like that idea?
Because when my turn comes around, I'm gonna bear claw grapple it and wrestle that fucker to the ground so you all can start hitting it.
And at that moment,
It's like
I
a
can
keep away between you two.
Hey,
Alright.
we're competing for kills. Infuriatingly, Pleasurum's actually beating me this encounter.
dimension door. And
So
that
on
will
top
be
of
my
the building?
turn because that was a movement and a standard action.
Gotcha. And you said you're on top of the building, correct?
Yes, I'm on top of the building, so on the roof, looking down at the
Yeesh.
dragon.
You arrive to the majesty of this dragon that just breathed fire upon your friends.
And sees Pledgerum teleport and Gork smash out of a building.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we really are quite opposite approaches to how we get around. Pledgerum's like, I'll use magic to elegantly move. I'm like, walls are no issue.
Well, I'm gonna assume that getting here is my move for the turn. And I'm gonna try one of the things that I have prepped for this upcast to 24 DC.
target.
Very
Blinds
nice.
the
very
dragon.
nice.
Okay, and this is a what
Fortitude.
save?
Fortitude.
I love having a high level wizard in the party.
I would have respected you, Kenneth, if you had targeted us with that.
Make one blind and one deaf. So now we have to work together.
So good news is he has a pretty high chance of passing this.
yeah.
Bad news is it's me rolling.
We'll see.
Natural 20, do it.
Natural 2.
Whoa!
Does it have spell resistance though?
Don't think
Sorry to
dragons
be
do.
that guy.
I don't
No.
believe it does. No.
I thought all dragons had SR.
If it's a younger dragon, it doesn't.
And it looks like it is, considering its size.
Yeah.
When, in fact, when we started this encounter, I was picturing a much bigger.
I will say I have not
Yeah.
rolled above a 10 this session, so that's fun.
I'm genuinely surprised I haven't actually taken any hit point damage yet.
Oh, he hasn't
Well,
rolled.
I'd have
That's
to
'cause
roll
he hasn't rolled above a 10.
That and the protection from fire
The
definitely
one thing
helped.
I didn't have to roll for, you guys had fucking protection from fire, so you're good.
Yep.
But it is a fix's turn, and it is now blinded.
5-foot step, and then full attack. The first attack that lands will be dealing an extra 10 points of damage from smite.
Don't you have a smite thing you can put on, or is that only a 5?
I do, but it doesn't double. Since
Yeah,
it's an
gotcha.
evil aligned dragon, the first attack that hits deals double my character level. Do I have flanking at this point or no?
Yes.
I do. Okay. And I'll apply guidance to the third attack. Not that I really needed it.
Bam.
And crit does automatically confirm at this point.
Yeah, let's see. Miss hit. I have to roll a D100 for the crit to see if the crit goes through.
Mhm.
It does. And hit. So only one of them misses. The other one automatically confirms, otherwise it wouldn't.
So those 3 damages plus 10 more.
Yeah, so I'm just doing the math real quick.
And bypasses all DR.
Gotcha. It is not happy. Emmanuel.
All right, Emmanuel's going to hop down, take a vital strike gravity shot.
That'll hit. 34.
Nothing extra special. And then he's going to tell Juan to play groundhog. Juan is going to burrow.
Actually, looking it up, dragons get spell resistance fairly early. What category is it?
Let me look it up real quick because it has some templates on it that will come into play shortly. But
Does the 33 miss if it is blinded and has all those reductions to its dex and all that?
I'll just let you know it still misses
Okay.
because of reasons.
It's a polymorphed creature, isn't it?
Mm.
It's not actually a dragon. It's someone using a spell to take the
Let's
form of a
see.
dragon.
I'm looking it up right now for the spell resistance.
Also, light spoiler for all the future Pathfinder APs, but did you know the first Pathfinder APU that had a dragon as the final big bad guy was the first Pathfinder 2nd edition AP? Like, a very, very famous and iconic creature is just never the big bad guy in these things. You fight him.
So 2 things. One, its Age of Dragon doesn't have SR, but because of the template I slapped on it, it does have SR. So go ahead and roll it. I will just tell you it's a DC 20, so chances are pretty high you're going to get it.
What was the fate point to add for after the roll?
Yes. So you
Yeah,
still get
so
So it still doesn't matter. Okay, and sorry about that interrupting and stuff. Juan dug trioed under the ground and popped out on the other side.
Yep. And he has got blood for the Empire and flanking. I like to think that he's coming up from underneath this guy to bite.
Flank for the blood pyre. Blood for the flank pyre.
40 attack.
That'll hit. 31.
31. And then grapple.
We'll not grab him.
Okay.
Did I close the initiative tracker again?
Nope.
No, it's right there.
That's it.
Still up there.
It shrunk on me.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. It's annoying.
Yeah, I think if you double
Got a
click,
little cold.
And Juan's going to attack with Broken Wing Gambit.
Gotcha. The dragon is going to say, fuck this, and it is going to full withdraw. And it still can while blinded, so...
Wait. I need to ask the question, though. Is it going straight up, or is it going out?
It is going straight up, and then it is booking it.
I think we'd still get
Doesn't
attacks
that
of
only do, like,
opportunity
five
since it's
feet?
only the first square.
Yeah, but it's 5 feet up already.
Pledrum would get it, because
Yeah.
he's 30 feet up.
But Pledrum would get an attack, yes.
Vix is 20 feet up.
Oh,
I mean, I'm a large
So-
creature, so if you rule
but
that...
you don't have
mine-
reaches work, I don't
I
think. so.
don't, but it's
Also,
like, it's the geometry of it.
It'd probably make it, but it is a DC 10 acrobatics to move at full speed.
Also, Juan does have reach.
And
Yeah, but he's already 10 feet away because he's 5 feet away, and it's in 5 feet up, I think.
yeah. Does this thing look hurt enough that a good attack could take it down, Richard?
Not quite, no. I mean, a lot of you, with how you've been rolling and how I've been rolling, you're probably going to kill it, but
Oh,
for-
hero points, right? Can I
Yeah,
reroll
hero
that?
point.
you can reroll.
What?
That'll hit.
There we are. Man, I really wanted to get an AOO on it. I had something fun I was going to do.
27 points of damage. And then Pledrum, you'll also get an attack on it.
All right. What about now after that attack?
Just to roll your attack.
If you got a big hit, use it all out, Pledrum.
Mm.
That's what I say.
Make it count.
I'll tell you, he doesn't look like he's right next to death or anything, but he definitely doesn't want to fuck around after he's been blinded and bludgeoned to death. Almost, not quite to death, but quite a bit.
Can I make an argument for flanking here? Is that
I will say no.
okay?
You're 30 feet up, and Gork is
With
on the
it
ground.
blind, you're going to get a lot of bonuses.
I would just like to point this out, though. He is blind. He has been hurt by Emmanuel, which means blood for the Empire would be in effect. And as per Richard saying that Gork does not get an AO, that means Gork is not threatening, so you do get friendly rivalry at the same time.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Big money, big money.
Big money, baby. Let's see it. Power attack.
Papa needs a new loot.
That will hit. 33. He is still up, and he flies straight up 50 feet and then moves another 150 to the northeast.
I use my atomic breath and shoot him out of the sky.
Can Manuel get some shots off?
Is anyone else going to do anything on their turns before you is the question, so let's go ahead. And Gork, are you doing anything?
Well, do we hear any, like, another front opening up that we need to chase him down at, or?
Not at the moment. Not yet, at least.
I mean, I guess I could,
Well, I know what I'm gonna do.
I don't know.
I just don't want to skip people's turns before, even though
I guess I'll just.
I know you don't have ranged options or anything, but at the
I'll just,
moment,
I like double move, give chase. 'Cause, I mean, I'm not going to be able to catch him. He's faster.
Pledrum.
And go back
All
and
right.
get the bear.
I'm going to summon my Phantom Steed down below me, and I'm going to Assassin's Creed 3 style jump mount onto it.
Okay, roll me an acrobatics. You're jumping 30 feet onto a horse or whatever animal you
It
summon.
could be
as a
like
steed.
10 feet. It flies.
Oh, does the steed fly?
Not yet, not yet.
Oh.
It is still bound to the ground. You can see what it does based on the level there. Can't quite fly yet. But it ignores difficult terrain and all that good stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was a 22 on that acrobatics.
Yeah, you land on it. Hurts a little bit between your nether regions, but you're fine. You put on a good show because you're a showman for sure.
It actually
But
takes 10 minutes, so I'll start that casting this round.
Ah, gotcha.
But
10-minute casting time.
yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, 1 hour per level as well, though, so it lasts
Yeah.
for 11 hours after 10 minutes. So
Yep. But I'll encourage everyone else to go chasing after it.
Yeah, I can keep giving chase.
I'm gonna do the opposite, and I'm gonna look around, see if I can spot any scales or anything that might have got knocked off of it in the bloodbath.
I would say after those blows, there's definitely some scales on the ground.
I'm trying.
I'll say there's, I don't know, let's roll 12 scales on the ground.
Okay.
Pork is sad. I was gonna grapple it and then break its spine.
I might use my other move to get over to where they are.
These pesky APs and always writing these monsters to run away.
Well, I mean, he's also intelligent and was blinded. What is he gonna do?
Yeah, and we surrounded it pretty effectively.
Sometimes I do have to err on the side of intelligence with a
Oh yeah.
creature that has it.
It is why I prepped as a long shot.
Fix, are you doing anything?
Yeah, fly over to Emmanuel and let Xerxes cast Divine Favor on him. +1 luck bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Nice.
Got it. And speaking of it, as Emmanuel, it's actually accurate currently on the map. He's 115 feet away from you.
A creature can only double move in a withdrawal action. I don't know what his speed is, but
He'd be even farther. He'd be through because his movement speed flying is 200.
I mean, he had to go up some too.
So he went up 50 feet. So if he's double moving, that's 350 feet. So that add 200 to where he is now. Because I forgot about the double movement speed. So thank you for that.
Just
Fuck
fine.
it, this is a town. Are there just any horses running about?
I don't
Probably,
think
but
horses
not
can
right
even
underneath.
catch up.
flying.
You
I
know,
don't know that
for
you're gonna
flavor,
be able
there's
to-
a horse running underneath Pludrum right at the moment. So instead of summoning the steed, I'll say you landed on a horse right then.
Okay.
Because that just sounds cool and badass. You just jump off the building onto a horse.
That's very bardic. All right, Emmanuel is going to. In Pathfinder, can you pull a weapon as a free action?
I think
No,
it's
it's part of a move action.
It's
Yeah,
part of a
quick
move.
draw's
Okay,
very
never mind. He'll just stick
specific.
to his stick to
Yeah,
the bow
'cause-
he's got. He's going to use 2 of his arrows of hideous laughter.
Mhm.
He's going to
Oh,
draw.
that'll be fun if they hit.
Yeah,
So let's
'Cause they-
see. It's 80
co-
feet per. So
yeah. Count it up.
-2, 3, -8, I think, to the roll.
Okay, and then you gave me a +1.
Yeah.
In addition to the +1 you have from Bless. So
Okay,
Oh, and
so
Bardic, because Bardic's up.
just
actually.
say there's -7 to these 2.
Yeah, and Bardic is still up. I haven't taken Bardic down.
Well, I forgot to play Bardic whenever I attacked. But that's
you hit almost every time anyway.
yeah. It just
missed
wasn't.
one time.
It just
It
wasn't
does
the
a
extra
little bit more
damage.
damage. It would have done
Yeah.
2 more damage each time. Or
He's
actually,
out of point blank now. So here we go.
it
2
would have done
hideous
3 more
laughter
damage
shots.
each time now.
Come on, big
Yeah.
money. No, it's not going to do it.
Miss and miss, yeah. It's with the minuses onto those and stuff, that will go wide. The natural height of it and frankly magical effects that were on him were able to negate a lot of that. And yeah, the dragon is on its turn, vanishes, and continues flying.
Pussy!
Well, we've still got some.
No
Bears
balls!
we need to deal
no
with.
balls!
The dragon vanished mid-flight and is no longer in sight.
Well, if there's no one else, if there's no other like front opening up, I want to go deal with the dire bears, but I think regrouping with the others would be more prudent.
I mean,
'Cause-
Fix was planning on heading back to the Dire Bears as well, since there's no other immediate threat. So
Okay, I'll just head straight to the dire bears then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pledrum on a horse.
I guess we're heading to the Dire Bears. Unfortunately, horses are pretty fast, but I don't think they're fast enough to catch up at 200 feet flying speed. You can tell me, Richard.
Well, you also can't see where he's starting to go now. So.
If I look, well, did he turn invisible?
Yes.
Okay, well then, yeah. Well, nothing to be done. Don't have true sight.
So as you all begin to head towards the Dire Bears, you hear heading toward from the direction of from where you are now, northwest.
Mhm.
You hear some voices. Bring us your fat, greedy merchants, and we will spare your miserable lives. Ignore us, and you'll burn in dragon fire. They don't
Might
know
have
what's
a
going on
problem
with the
with
dragon.
that, Chief.
Well, spin this party bus around and go back to maul those guys to death.
Mm-hmm.
First dibs on the merchant stores if they die.
I'm gonna move you guys around so I can just copy and paste these tokens so they're updated correctly.
Oh no, we just couldn't reach the merchant. Good thing they left us all in their will that we found at the scene. Nudges to the snake behind me.
Absolutely. I witnessed it with Pledrum as the notary.
Sorry, I keep changing the wrong tab.
No worries.
I really got a bio real quick. These long fights make me anxious.
yeah.
It's like trying to hide when I was little and hide.
Well,
Like
we
you
usually
guys
do
have
on
to
a
worry
outside.
anyway. You guys are crushing it.
Yeah.
I can't roll above a 10. You guys are rolling natural 20s left and right.
Sometimes that's just how it goes, Richard. Or in their case,
I'm not too upset. It's not like I'm trying to kill you. It's hard to make memorable fights when I can't fucking roll to save my life.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand. Believe me, I have to always put in a lot of work in 5th edition to make a big, scary monster, because if it's a single entity, you guys just maul it in like a round or two.
That was basically all of mid to late game Way of the Wicked, to be honest.
Yeah. And also, as a DM, you guys know when I'm the DM for you guys, I'm either gonna crush you all in like one go,
Mhm.
or I'm not gonna touch you at all.
Yeah, I've been having to get creative with.
Because I'm like, you guys have no problems most of the time, but every now and then you'll get those fights that like killed fucking Gogmer and Lucilla. Like that string of bad luck there where you just get crushed.
But that's usually with long times that we like go without rest, I think.
Sometimes, yeah.
I think usually if we go like fight and then nap and then fight.
Well, yeah. Then if you're gonna go fight and then nap, you generally have an easier time than if you're crawling through a dungeon.
Yeah, that's the joke of the 5-minute adventuring day.
Mhm.
Which I need to give you props for keeping people honest there, Richard, in the 5e game for when you guys were exploring the mine. You guys did a long rest, then you had a fairly tough encounter, and then everyone was like, let's go long rest again. And Richard, you were the one that says, we've been literally moving for like 10 minutes after 8 hours of sleep. People don't function like that.
I mean, to be fair, they're like, it's a lesser known rule, but there's a limit to you can only long rest after a certain amount of time.
Yeah. It's because it's just logic.
And that's what short rests are for. Like, yeah, if you have to make a retreat, you have to make a retreat, but otherwise it kind of trivializes an entire dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, especially I do like in Pathfinder books, a lot of them are like, if they leave the dungeon after X amount of hours, some things can like when you're in the Hook Mountain, if you guys had left, it replenished like every 6 hours you guys were gone, it replenished 1d8 ogres and 1d3 ogre lieutenants. So eventually it could go back up to fighting full again with the ogres. So if you kept retreating or something, you guys would have had problems. But this group is a well-oiled machine, so it's kind of hard to get you guys to retreat most of the time.
I've definitely heard stories about some groups that try to treat the game where it's like video game logic. Like, that fortress might be hard, so what if we go out to the field and we kill wolves for like 3 days to grind up XP? And as a game master, I'd be like, no, that's not how this works. You don't get to power level to beat the encounter.
So 5 more giants and 2 more bears.
And Cope's back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is. Ooh, excuse me.
I'm back, and that guy looks important. Yeah, the one with the name floating above his head.
He's the one whose health bar is scrolling across the screen now.
Mm-hmm.
You've got him, it looks like out of order on the turn tracker.
He is currently, and I also rolled with the wrong initiative bonus because when I was first creating these characters, I copy-pasted the same stat sheets and changed things around. And I didn't change it on the actual, because I the only thing I use the actual NPC sheets for is the initiative, so I can automatically add it, but sometimes I forget to change them. So it should be 3 higher. Not that it changes too much.
Oh, sweet. It's directness. He was the one in our note.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't know that because you don't know their names.
He's got his name
No,
floating
not
above his head.
Tarantula, the one in our notes.
What about the name tag sitting right there on his shirt?
It's on top of
Hello,
his
my
head.
name is...
It has a Bloodborne health bar that just kind of appears.
Joke's on you, Richard. Gork has the unique superpower to read the closed captions backwards. Point
I
if
have
you
the
get that joke.
metagame feat.
I actually, when that nymph gave me that boon, they actually also gave me Shinigami eyes from Death Note, so I can see all their names, including the bears.
Yeah,
I have to admit, sometimes when y'all make those kinds of jokes, I giggle, even though I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Just,
I haven't
just
watched
to feel,
it. I haven't watched Death Note either, Cope. It's okay.
just to feel
Included.
like I'm part of the group.
Okay, super complex superpower. You have eyes, and then eyes make their names float above their head. That's it. You just, and the day that they die. You can see the name and the day that they die.
I love in Mutants and Masterminds in one of the books where they were showing like pre-made character ideas. One of them was a character who had immunity, and they said what it was immune to was GM Fiat, which was delightful to me. The idea of just like the GM says this happened. Yeah, that doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, he's immune to that kind of rock
Yeah,
falling on his
the
head.
floor caves in and everyone tumbles down. Somehow the part I'm standing on is still attached to the wall.
So I think everyone's back, so we'll go ahead and start off the initiative again with Afixa. Afixa, as you approach, you see this giant that clearly is seeming to lead the rest. He has 3 smaller sized skulls on his around his like neck piece, as well as at first you think there's a bunch of furs lining his belt, like his waist, but when you get closer view on him, there are a bunch of beards.
Beards?
They look like really long beards that he has like cut off of something with. You see like the, part of it is kind of tucked into his belt. Still has like some dried and leathered skin left on him. Like he has scalped someone's beard off and done it many times.
Mm.
And he looks at you all, and he motions to the rest of the giants. He's like, "Come, we must deal with them before we complete our mission. Mokmurian will not stand for delays." And it is Afixa's turn, so you may act.
I'll break you like I broke the others! As she casts Smite on this one. and then charges, flying right over top of the bear and straight at him.
Okay. No one else gets attacks of opportunity except for him because he has the feat that lets him act during a lets him take attacks of opportunity when it's not his turn yet. Because there's like that thing where until you start, you're flat-footed and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he has the ability to do so.
I was explicitly building a character for the not Reign of Fire, but the Legacy of Fire camp AP. That was a character that could bypass that, so he always acts in the surprise round.
I believe that'll still miss you.
Yes. Thanks, thankfully, for putting Smite up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then single attack. $30
will miss.
Um,
He does seem a little bit more fortified than the normal giants.
all right. And I think that's my turn. Yeah.
Okay. Next up is Rish.
Well, I was trying to work out the angles I'd have to fire cone
Actually,
colds.
I would like to use my swift action to use Litany of Righteousness on him. So he needs to make a... What is this? Will save.
Okay.
Fire cone of cold downward to hit all of them, but
Yep, that succeeds.
then my fix-it went and ran in the middle of them. Because...
She has protection from fire on.
Yeah, but he's at cone of cold.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
It's kind of the
also,
opposite.
he cast that while I was off the map, so I don't know you're immune to it. I could turn it to fire magic, but I don't know.
It's fair.
Also, it's only like 36.
Reese, you can fire at her if you use fire. She's protected. Told you I had the meta magic feat. I mean, metagame feat.
I see what you did there.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Far away is he? I think that's... Let me go ahead and hit this to see what the range is. 50. So I need to move in 50 or 20.
It's 52, so it's still going to round down.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I'd put floor in there, but it didn't. So, 27 touch.
That will definitely touch him. And it's no save, right? He just takes the negative levels.
No save, yep.
And that's plus. And that's -3 to pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm. And minus
and then
15
minus
to
15
HP.
health. Yeah.
Yeah, only downside is they can't become permanent off of that.
And then next up, we have Rish.
Mm-hmm.
Not Rish, Emmanuel.
I got really confused but didn't say anything. All right.
I'm like, wait. Yes, it is Emmanuel's turn.
We don't have any kind of buffs going right now, right?
Just the ones you already had on, not
Close.
counting. Bardic
Okay.
isn't started again yet.
Just
'cause-
spells, okay.
Bless is probably still going.
yeah,
All right,
Bless is
swift
still-
action. He's going to put up his tiger and mouse. Cat and mouse. Oh, that's excellent. He needs a tattoo of that now. And he will...
Sorry, real quick. Would that attack have landed if it was too higher from the charge bonus? 32?
32, would have, yes.
Do we want to retcon it or no?
I'm going to say no for this.
Okay.
Just because
Okay.
if it was like the turn before, but it's been
Yeah.
a while
Yeah.
now.
No, it's fine. I just want to make sure. Is it okay if by exchange that I don't take the -2 to AC then?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Also, if you hadn't taken the -2, I think you would have been hit, wouldn't you have? Oh no, he didn't roll that high. I forgot you have like a 40
Yeah.
AC right now.
It's
Yeah.
poor Manuel's turn.
Yeah. Sorry, it keeps getting interrupted. Emmanuel, go.
No, that's all right. It gives me a second to go through all these buffs and be like, we don't have that anymore. We don't have that anymore. We don't.
It makes it so much easier to have a checkbox now, though, instead
It
of
does. It really does. And that's Bane Arrow.
okay, that will hit for
And
who are
he's
you targeting?
firing this one.
Gotcha.
And Red Rover. One comes on over. He burrows up under. Pops up there. Wait. No, he would come up right there. This is better. I think. No, we'll put him right here. That'd protect Rish more.
I'm 30 feet in the air.
What?
Yes, I've been flying this entire time.
When did you learn how to fly? No.
Start of the session.
I knew.
Why do you think he idolized that dragon so much?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is Juan still shaken?
No.
Okay.
The dragon's long gone, so.
Here's a question: if you were a half-dragon lizard folk, would anyone even notice
What?
Maybe.
That you're in
That'll
the
hit.
that you're slightly more lizard?
27 damage, and then does he grapple?
Half dragons get the
No.
wings. So.
29. All right.
Yes, I am.
I swear, your guys' rolls versus my rolls right now is aggravating. I have like 3 times as many people, and I can't roll shit.
I rolled a 4 and a 4.
Yeah, but the actual 2 hit was a 14.
That's true.
But on his turn, you, as a free action, he pulls a horn that's kind of on his side and blows in it as it echoes through the town. And he is going to full attack the one in front of him after he 5 foot steps back.
Oh no, he blows.
Oh, and that attack by Juan was with Broken Wing Gambit.
Okay. When it comes up, just let me know what happens with it, because
It just never
I
comes up. No one ever attacks Juan.
well, by the time I can, everyone's usually dead.
This is true.
Okay, so full attack against Afixa.
First one hits, second one misses, third one misses.
Second one is a crit, though. Oh wait,
No,
no, it's
it's
an
not
natural
natural.
19.
Yeah,
So 17 damage.
17 damage.
Is it evil damage? Is there
No.
evil modifier to the weapon?
No
attack?
alignment to the damage.
Okay, so then that's 5 less because of. So a total of 12.
And then, actually, no, you go ahead and get that self back because these don't have the -3 from being energy drained.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't take any damage.
Huzzah.
The bears go closest out enemy. This one's going to charge at 1.
Provoke.
So, that'll hit. This one's against Afixa, will miss. Okay. Damage 27 against
Nope.
1, will miss.
And as a note, my AC is 6 lower for anybody but this guy.
Yeah, but I can't roll.
I know. I just wanted to let
I
you
rolled
know.
a 5 and a 2 there, so.
Yep. Well, he rolled
Stone
pretty good
giant.
against Afixa with his attack.
Okay, so will be 2 attacks on 1 on Afixa.
Okay.
I'll go with the Afixa one first.
That'll miss.
I got above a 10 though.
There you go.
Oh no. Here's where it turns.
One attack, nope. 2 attack, 27.
Is
does
that
Broken Wing Gambit
this guy
lowers.
gets +2 to hit
Um,
from Broken.
so that one will be a 29.
It still misses, but it provokes a shot from Emmanuel.
I forgot about that third one. So, yeah, actually, I have 3 attacks against 1. But that one, go ahead and provoke, hits.
And shocking. I mean, Bane.
And kills him. And last one against 1. Nope. Back down to below 10 rolls. Gork.
I was considering going super bear, but then this guy literally just moved right within attacking range of me. So, if I 5-foot step here, I guess that's a 5-foot step. Is that flanking with Juan or no?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Bless. Friendly rivalry is in effect. Giant Hunter, Major Bear Form. Okay, I'm not gonna power attack this because I've been over banking on my accuracy. And you know what? Fuck it. We'll power attack. Let's have a good time. Alright, so first up is going to be my Bear Claws, because I'm doing Shifter's Fury, so no unarmed strikes. So Shifter's Fury.
Hit.
And the last one is a grapple.
Still grapples.
And then I get a secondary bite. Which, yeah. So.
That will hit.
And that does 17 more damage.
Okay, he's still up, but not feeling very great.
Oh, yeah, I guess the bite would be a -2 because grappling.
Hits.
And that's my
we
turn.
go up to Pledrum.
Because unfortunately, activating my Celestial Form is an action.
Hey, Gumbo, you know you can. There's a grapple condition on your sheets.
I already applied it.
It's just so nice to be able to hit that.
Yeah, it doesn't really apply to the attack rolls, though, because it doesn't take into account what's natural and what's not. So they just don't apply it. It affects my dexterity, but...
You still get the minus on all your attack rolls. You can just do your attack rolls because you're using a natural weapon.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it doesn't automatically apply it, is what I was saying. I can still do it, I know.
I'm just one space away from being able to be there.
Oh, I thought you were going to kill Stilgore.
I mean, he could kill the steel from Gork.
That is looking like a good option. Well, I'm just saying.
One of the more entertaining side.
You could charge the other one.
Into our lives.
Okay, I'll charge this one. Cha-cha-cha. This will be +2 because I don't have a charge thing set up. Inspire Courage, Friendly Rivalry, Power Attack, Arcane Strike. Have Blood for the Empire, is that in effect right now to this guy?
He hasn't taken any damage, so no.
Okay.
Oh, Bardic is up?
Or do I have to do it again for this?
Yeah, because in between scenes, anything that are rounds, you have to stop and then restart. So
Okay, so then let me go back here, and I'll start Bardic Performance, and I'll cast something. Give me a second to look.
sorry. The transition of scene thing gets a little problematic sometimes, but
It's not too bad. It's
Bardic
just
a
we
move
need to
action to start?
I mean, I should
Yeah,
have just
but
thrown them all into a circle
need-
with you and watched you just wreck face.
He needs to charge anyway, so...
Yeah, these things probably have good fortitude. Don't have anything to charm them with. Fortunately.
I mean, you don't have to get it up this round if you don't want.
Yeah, you can just get him stuck in the melee. We're still doing okay.
All right. Ooh, let me mark off.
Think about your kill count, man.
Yeah, come on.
So one...
He's still
Gork-
above Gork right now.
Yeah, Gork hasn't scored any, and I think Plectrum's got 1.
All right. How many? I just have a 1.
He killed a bear, if I remember.
Nope. Okay. That's a move and a move. Yeah, even if I did Blistering Invective, everything's just a little bit too far away to hit.
I mean, can you 5 foot and then get it? Maybe.
Don't forget this guy.
That would let me get 1 more. If I 5 foot here, maybe. 1, 2. Then he's still too far away for that.
Gotcha.
What
I
if
don't know. I
he-
was trying to help.
I might have moved him too far. Yeah, this is where he was at the beginning because
Yeah.
I was like, he's just a little.
Yeah, because you were. Well, no, you were 35
Oh,
feet
yeah,
to
yeah.
get to here, so
Yeah,
that'd be 5 foot up.
Yeah, so he would be right here to start with, 40 foot, and then he'd still be 35 feet away from there. Okay. And I guess I'm just gonna move.
So you're just going there and Bardic Performancing?
Yep.
Got it.
Everyone get your Bardic Performance.
Brings us around to Afixa.
All right, 5 foot up, and full attack.
Hit, miss.
That was a round of bad rolls. Is
I
he
feel so bad for you.
right? Is he like evil cleric or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
He's evil, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if anything gets the additional damage, but I don't think. Not undead, I imagine. Not a dragon.
No.
Is he an outsider?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Just your average, everyday, mundane stone giant.
Then we brings us to Rish.
Right. Well, I'm gonna try and.
Actually, before you tell your turn, I forgot. At the start of the turn, it would have been on Afixa's turn, but I forgot to do it then. 3 giants approach from behind buildings this direction, ushering to the call of their leader.
Well, looks like Afixa's gonna
In
have to
case that changes things. So
deal with a big one on our own, because I gotta stomp some giant bitches.
sorry, did I mention I have a lot to keep track of here?
Yeah, no,
I get
by
it.
all means.
I get it. Take your time,
Yeah.
man.
Been there.
I mean, you're doing an awesome job, so I would.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It might just change how I use this. Let's see. I've got 55 square feet. Have that to make it an actual barrier for large critters.
Yeah, it's my thing.
Definitely gonna try and take the bears out of the fight. And I think that was around 18 just in normal, so to double that.
Also, I am assuming, Richard, that I do not recognize these bears.
You do not.
Good.
So they're like trapped inside of a wall of stone?
Yep, so they get a reflex save, and I'm upcast it to 23.
Gotcha. So one of them manages to jump out of the way, but the other one is inside of a wall of emotion.
He sees his own reflection. He's like, "What am I?"
And the hardness and stuff is already on the bottom there for.
Yep. Or if they want to try and break out.
Gotcha. And you're staying put in the air there?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Emmanuel.
1 second. All right, Emmanuel. Well, first Juan is going to keep trying to wreck face. He's going to bite this one up ahead of him. But now he's got Bardic. Okay. And he bite, grab.
Miss hit. The grab will grab and constrict.
So he's got this one right here. And then seeing these come in behind them, Emmanuel is going to cast Raven's Flight. And he is going to reposition himself strategically. Oh,
I looked up that spell on Google, and the first thing that came up was a Amon Amarth song.
Well, that is not what he's singing as he flies over here. As he turns into a raven in a puff of feathers. And then
And you're a raven basically until the start of your next turn.
um
Duration 1 round.
you
Until the
turn
beginning
to a
of your
tiny
next
blurred
turn.
shape reminiscent of a black raven until the beginning of your next turn, yes.
Yep.
So
Until the beginning of your next turn, you can take only the 5-foot step, move, run, or withdraw action. Got it?
Yep. So it's basically a runaway spell. Or, dimension door, however you want to look at it.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah, you haven't hurt this guy enough to warrant trying to break free from you, and you're kind of blocking his path from dealing with the rest of them, so he's going to keep going on a fixa.
Mhm.
And none of them will hit you, so moving on.
I imagine it's a pretty epic looking duel, though.
Yeah.
Like a tiny little 3-foot thing flying around, fighting a, 14-foot guy.
Yeah, just swinging a pick.
Gives very much.
Okay, the bear's going to try to break free from his stony prison, so
Gives very much the vibe of like Count Dooku and Yoda.
He's in a stone box of emotion.
so not knowing anybody, he's just going to start attacking through it. So I think that affects the hardness and stuff. So
Again, you're joking, Loki, but I mean, look at that bear's face. He looks like it.
Yeah.
Hardness of 8, 30 HP thickness. So.
yeah, and the hardness is basically DR, right?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I do kind of like the idea of damage thresholds a little bit better than DR.
Yeah.
Okay, so it starts chipping away on the left side of it, but that's all it can do for its turn.
Mhm.
If you could keep track of the damage that has been done on that for me, by the way.
It's 13 total, I think.
Gotcha. I'll just type it here. And then the other one is going to swing around here and bite at Gork.
Okay. So this would be 25 AC because he's not a giant. That will hit.
Confirm.
That does confirm currently.
So you take 20 points of damage as the bear just bites into your bear hide.
20 points of damage minus 5 because of my silver DR, so only 15.
Oh, I forgot to say there's silver cap teeth.
Ain't that convenient?
It's actually much more dark if you consider the implication.
Yeah.
These giants ripped
yeah.
out these bears' teeth and replaced them.
I know how
Terrible.
you are, Richard. Oh, you just made a new Mesmerist character. Well, here's a dungeon full of slimes and constructs. Have fun just sitting in the corner and fiddling with yourself.
Terrible slavers, but excellent dentists.
Okay. Oh, wait, he wouldn't have gone that far. He would have been over since he has reach. This one is going to flank with Gork, or not with Gork, but
I know what you mean. 33 AC.
And this one has to fight Gork because he's grappled with you.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it's going to be on Gork.
All right.
So
My AC is higher against these giants.
I'm going to go with the one that's just can slam you because he's grappled and can't use his two-handed weapon.
Okay, so that one's 29 AC.
We'll miss.
Yep.
The other ones are going to get flanking on you, so they're going to be too higher to their roll.
Okay, I've got 33 AC against these guys.
So for the first one, the full attack will miss, I believe.
All those miss.
And the other one that gets a single attack will get a natural 1. Because of course I will.
I mean, in your defense, those other rolls were actually still pretty good. Oh no, they're 7 and 5. Never mind, they just got high modifiers.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
mean,
don't patronize me.
I am a giant fighting specialist, is what I was trying to say.
No, you're good. The other one's gonna swing against Pledroom, and I roll high against him because it's Michael, so I'm like magnetized against him. I swear to God. So
So
29.
you're gonna have to roll for the mirror image.
I will.
So
So
1d6 hits on a 1.
you have 6 images, or
6 images up.
okay, so I'll just do 1d7 because
Oh yeah, 1d7. You're right. You're right.
So it pops an image,
All right, let me lower that to 5 images.
and the other one is just going to try to punch at 1, and will miss. And then it'll be Gork's turn.
All right.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Before Gork, I forgot the one by Afixa. That'll be quick.
All right.
Nothing hits.
Nope.
Because I rolled 2 natural ones, I think. Oh no, natural 1 and natural 5. Yeah.
So I'm bad at remembering things. Grapples. I know maintaining it is free.
I think maintaining it takes your action, doesn't it?
No, maintaining it's free, and then you can do a standard, basically.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I figured it was.
So you wouldn't get to do a full attack if you maintain, though.
Right. No, exactly. I was just debating about because I'm about to transform, and that takes an action, and I didn't know if I could still just do one attack. Oh, because I'm not grappler, so I'm pretty sure I can't. But I was just checking with you guys.
Yeah.
You might know. I'm gonna make because I know I can maintain the grapple either way. I forget if I need to roll or not.
You do have to you just roll a grapple attempt, and then it's +5 to it to maintain.
Yeah. Okay. I don't. Oh, I accidentally clicked full attack. It's the top one, 28 +5.
Yeah, so he's still grappled.
All right. And then I am going to use my action to spend 2 hours of my wild shape to assume Celestial Dire Bear. Because these guys are ganging up on me and I want to give them a good show so they keep doing that.
Mhm.
And then I can still have my swift action, which I will then use to assume my minor bear aspect, which will give me more hit points.
So now he is Major Domo Bear.
Major Urson, yes. And I believe these giants are evil aligned, so that means that their attacks, or not, sorry, they don't have to be evil aligned. I have DR10 evil right now. Because I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I did look up about different DRs, and if one of them is bypassed, you do go to the next one if it's not bypassed.
Yeah, but they don't stack. Like, so if you have 2 DR5, they don't do the
Yeah,
DR10.
but I'm just saying if if I have DR5 silver and DR10 evil, if an evil aligned weapon attacks me but it's not silver, I still use the silver, is what I'm saying. They just don't stack.
Gotcha.
Anyway, that's my turn.
Pledrum.
All right. So, I see area of effect opportunity. No, I'm not going to be able to reach any of them over there. But if I were to come here, I think I would hit. So many. How many of them would I light on fire? Who knows? Let's find out. Going to take a short jaunt over here.
Okay, that will provoke twice.
I will do an acrobatics.
24 will not get past their CMD, so you will still take the 2 attacks.
Well, that's what I got me. Just 4.
First one, of course, now I'm rolling high against Michael. I swear to God.
It'll hit. It'll hit. So roll.
Conceal or your mirror images.
Yep.
First
Roll
one's a
1d6.
D6. Pops an image.
And 1d4 or 1d5.
Pops an image.
Mhm.
Thank God for mirror images.
And then I will use blistering invective.
Roll your intimidate.
I'll throw my intimidate in there. I'll also throw in the spell just to make sure we get everything all right.
I remember you rolled the same thing last time, and that just makes it. 1d10 points of fire damage. Why did it say plus 11 on the top?
Hmm?
It has the damage roll on the top, but it has 1d10 plus 11.
I don't know.
Oh, it might be adding the bonus. Well, I don't know where you could be getting 11 points of bonus damage from, but
Yeah, I
Anyway,
don't.
just go ahead and roll. We're 1d10.
It's probably all your other Like your bardic inspiration and stuff is getting picked up on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it's saying
You know,
temp.
that all just says to attack, but and like to attack into damage. But maybe it's considering that like just damage. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you look underneath your weapons, if you have any bonuses to damage, they get picked up on spells.
okay.
In the-
Well, there's
in
the
temp.
1d10. They take 8. It's pretty good.
Yep.
Could have been that.
And let's see.
There.
Let's see. One of them passes. I'm just going to make a copy paste for the other ones. 4 more giants. So I believe 2 of them fail.
Let me check the DC real quick.
The DC shows up there. It's 18.
Oh, it doesn't? Yeah. Okay, then 18 is correct.
So yeah, these 2 right here fail. So they are now on fire, but they all still take the 8 points of damage, and they are all demoralized for 1 round.
You know, usually beat them by a lot. So.
I know you've just been rolling as bad as I am when it comes to your intimidates.
Yeah, 7.
And then
Usually
I
this
still
is
have to- I
much
still
more
have to-
useful when I pop it out.
I still have to roll the reflex on the bear, and the bear is also on fire. And we'll roll the fire damage at the beginning of your turns, just to make it easier. And next up is Afixa. Before your turn, 2 more giants appear from up north.
Thank you
But
for
it is
bringing
now
them
your
all to me. Then full attack.
You are
action.
a pesky little fly.
And full attack. Let me make sure everything's there. All right.
Hit, miss, hit.
How many? We only get 2 hero points, right?
Yeah.
Or okay.
I capped it at 2,
Okay.
so you can do a reroll if you want, or add if you think it helps.
So each turn they take a reflex or take 1d6 points of fire damage.
No, I think I'll hold off for now. I'll let those 2 hits land and leave it at that.
What'd you say, Kenneth?
Catching on fire, apparently they get a reflex save every turn to try to put themselves out.
Gotcha.
Would that 25? No, that 26 would still miss because the second attack gets a +1 to it.
Gotcha. It still would have missed.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they get a reflex save at the start of their turn, I'll have them do that, but I'll keep the damage in line with the spell.
I think
So-
that might cost their action though to do reflex save.
Mm-hmm. It's up to whoever. I would say it should because stop, drop, and roll, but it doesn't explicitly say it in the
Doesn't
catching
say
on
it.
fire bit.
Take their action.
Catching on fire. Characters are allowed a DC 15 reflex to save to avoid this fate.
So they don't have to take it.
Those whose clothes or equipment catch on fire must make a DC 15 for each item. So yeah, they can choose to take it to put it out, or they can ignore it.
Yeah.
But it will be their action to put it out.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I'm going to keep it in mind. So instead of doing the 1d6 for being on fire normally, I'll just let it go off of your spell, so it'll be a 1d10.
Because I was going to say, I'm pretty sure if one of us was on fire, it would cost an action to put it out.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to float over 30 feet around the wall and hit him with the second innervation I've got prepared. And yes, it is adding the generic +2, so that should only be 1 negative level.
Gotcha. It didn't do that to the previous one, did it?
I think it might have.
It did. So he's only at -2 for negative levels.
Yeah. I guess it just does it to anything tagged with damage.
I mean, that still would have made that one attack that hit a fix a miss. So
Mhm. Of course, that is if a 22 will hit his touch, but he's a giant, so I'm
yeah, it's gonna hit his touch. A lot of his armor is natural. Emmanuel, you are no longer a bird.
All right. Manuel is going to move down to here.
How are you going to do that? Because you don't have
He
fire.
has swift action, planar focus air.
Okay.
So he
There you
can run, jump, feather fall, so it doesn't hurt.
Gotcha.
What are you gonna do now, Angel Man? You can't fly.
Take a shot at that guy. Do you have Blood of the Empire, Loki?
I don't think so. The teamwork feat?
Yeah.
No, I have Bonded Mind and whatever it is that allows us to move through allied squares
Oh,
in a
yeah,
way
I
that
forgot
doesn't
about
provoke attack of opportunities.
Yep. That's a good one.
Which surprisingly hasn't come up in this combat.
Yeah,
It
but the
did-
very
it
first
did in
one
the
we
last
did,
one,
it
yeah.
came up like 6
Yeah.
times. All
I
right.
know.
I mean, I don't even have that one. So.
Gonna take a shot at this guy. And does the arrow of hideous laughter? No, I'm just gonna use a bane arrow. So bane arrow, vital strike.
That'll hit for a 29 plus.
And that's at the big guy.
Yes, I figured.
Yeah.
So 36.
And then one, continue his grapple. He's got maintain his grapple, which I would think automatically does his constrict damage, and then as a standard action, constrict again.
Also, I realized I've been doing this guy's full attacks wrong because he's actually dual wielding a large pick and a small pick. So, whoops.
So he should be doing less attack, more damage, right?
No, the macro is already set up for his attack rolls.
Oh, so he should just be doing more damage.
He should have 3 more attacks during a full attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I just
that's
haven't-
that's significant.
Yeah.
Friends,
All right, everyone, buckle in.
and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. They gotta do that.
Okay,
themselves.
so that one will hit and
So that's
hit,
60
and he is dead.
on that guy. All right. And one is going to. No, he can't move because that's a maintain and a standard, so he's done.
Got it.
Oh, as part of Emmanuel's attack on Big Guy, he's going to give Afixa battle orders and covering fire.
What does that do? Add to our AC and defense and attack?
Yeah, I'll tell you in 1 minute. I'm looking. Sorry, when we go back and forth between these. Plus 2 to AC versus the big guy, and plus 2 on your next attack against that guy.
Okay.
Okay, so his turn. He is going to 5 foot up here. And is going to properly full attack Afixa. This will be at a -2. So first, the heavy pick.
That'll miss. The 40 misses because the battle orders, and the rest will follow.
And that affects only one attack, or is that her whole round, by the way, for the combat thing? Or is
I know
combat
that
orders?
I think the combat orders only applies to the first attack. I think the covering fire lasts for all of them.
Gotcha.
I
couldn't remember. So
I mean,
So
I'm pretty
can't
sure.
remember either.
I'm pretty sure 34 and 24 would miss anyway. But
Yeah.
And then his light pick will miss all the times too because fuck me.
Paladin.
I mean, these are actually decent rolls, but
yeah, these are actually
Paladin.
decent. You rolled a 17 plus 17 there.
And I also rolled an 18.
Yeah,
these ones are fine rolls. It's just I'm facing a Fixa
Yeah.
full on smite it up. So
yeah.
I can't be faulted for that one.
No.
Like half
You
of
can
those
only
would
get
hit.
good rolls when going up against insurmountable opponents.
Yeah, like to be fair, Richard, all those 34s and stuff would have hit me if you were targeting me. So
At the bear against the wall.
Yeah.
So 4, 3, 2. That's 3 claws? Or is
One
that
of
the
them was
crit? The crit confirmed. I mean, it's an object, so it's not gonna.
But the DR
I
only
think
applies
he's
to
through
the
then,
for that.
because
So, and then it'll just start 5-footing through it.
Squeezing through the hole we made.
Charging attacks against Emmanuel here. From the ones up north.
Cheeky bastards.
+2 to these rolls. So 25 to hit.
Miss.
Does the one next to me not attack me?
I will go back to do that because there's a lot.
Yeah, I know, because I just noticed you went to the Giants turn.
28 to hit.
28 would hit, but he's
But
going to
then you're
use
going to do your
his
stone shield.
reaction for stone shield.
And then the bear that was against Gork is going to go because I forgot.
No worries. That will hit, but it'll only do 2 points of damage. And that will likewise hit, but only do 3 points of damage. And that's a natural 20, obviously, but that will not confirm. So once again,
No.
only 2 points of damage.
Yep.
This is why I spent an action to assume this form when they all started gathering around me.
Yep.
You're flying, right, Rish?
Yes, I'm 30 feet up.
You let go of the grapple, or you still have the grapple, by the way, Gork?
I still have the grapple. I didn't see a good reason to drop it when I hadn't actually attacked anything.
Gotcha. Okay, so the one against Gork that's grappled, he's just going to punch you.
All right.
And miss. These ones are going to full attack Juan after they're a little concerned after he keeps eating them.
Mm-hmm. Big mistake. I'm about to start killing them systematically.
No big snake. Those miss. 31, I believe, hits. Yep.
So he'll take 38 points of damage there. And then full attack against Gork from the one to the south of him.
Is it an evil weapon?
It is not.
Okay.
Those will miss.
32 will as well?
Yeah, because I'm +8
Oh, yeah.
because everything.
Gotcha. I forgot. I always forget about the Gork and the...
Yeah, there's
Giants.
just no good way to incorporate that into
Speaking
a
of
buff.
Gork,
How wounded is this guy I'm hanging on to looking?
pretty wounded.
Okay. No matter what, I'm gonna end the grapple on him. That's a free action. I'm planning on full attacking. I know you've done it with Loki in the wrong button. In the past, where if I kill him with a full attack, will you let it go to the next target that's adjacent, which would be the spare? Yeah. Okay. So first things first. Let me.
Unless you have stuff like the focused fire thing where it lets you ignore DR after you do the fight. Like if you had that kind of stuff, I'd be like, okay, you can't split the attacks because you're focus firing one target, but otherwise I let you move them on to another target.
Okay, so let's look at my bonuses versus damage here. I'm feeling cocky. I'm going to go for the lower chances to hit, but maximum damage path. Because what the hell? So first things first, full attack on unarmed strike.
Hits and kills.
All right, that leaves my claws and my bites, which are all secondary, to go to the bear. So
the other two will hit the bear.
Oh, I haven't actually rolled anything yet. Oh, you mean the
three
first
attacks.
one? The
first one
okay.
killed, yeah.
Okay, cool. So
I said he was pretty hurt.
Yes, I did not hear he was that pretty hurt. So yeah.
He had 11 hit points. So
then that's an additional 33 damage, and then I still have my 2 claws and my bite left. So here is claw number 1. Claw number 2.
And hits.
All right, so claw 2. So 36, and then finally the bite.
And hits. And minimum damage will kill.
There we go. Now I'm outscoring Pletrum. And can I take a 5-foot step after a full attack? Or actually, wait. Why do I say I want to do that? My AC is 4 higher if I'm not adjacent to them. Screw that. No, I'm staying put. Turn over.
Okay. Pledrum.
We'll attack on this bitch right here.
Unless you get a natural 1, if you're going off of touch, these are all going to hit. So, or flat-footed rather, not touch.
Yeah, flat-footed.
Yeah, they both hit.
They can do a sense motive check, I believe, if they want against my, I think, intimidate. I'll put that in the chat in just a second.
It's going to be a flat D20 for them, so
yeah, so they can't win.
Yeah, unless they get a natural 20, they can't win. So
I mean, it's a skill check, even if they get a natural 20.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, so
they just can't win. There's no point in rolling.
If it comes up with certain enemies, we'll address it. But for based stone giants, I think they're going to just fall for hook, line, and sinker.
All right. Because it's basically just like how long I can keep them baffled with the fact that I'm hitting them with an instrument that I'm currently playing. And Pledgerum, being a natural-born showman, I think can string that act along for quite a long time.
Fixa, it's your turn.
Quickly, 5 foot flap attend.
Sorry, was muted. Yeah, 5 foot up and full attack.
That is the question, because fly speed.
I looked into it. If you have a movement speed of it, you could take a 5 foot step.
Gotcha. I couldn't remember how that works. I know that if you have the ability to fly, you only have to have a DC, but the DC is pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really matter right now. So
yeah. So full attack. The first attack is a +2. The second attack is a +1.
The first attack's a +2. You said.
Yes.
Hit, miss, hit. Do you auto confirm still?
Yeah, still auto confirming.
Okay, and shield does hit. Oh, you're still fighting with the shield? I thought you were no longer doing that.
No, I am. I just got rid of so I have a light shield now instead of a buckler.
Gotcha.
And
wait, why is your shield +40? Like, why is it hitting for 43? Or did you just roll really high? Oh, you rolled a 19.
I rolled 19. Yeah.
I was gonna say, damn.
Right.
Compared to the other numbers. Because that's considered a full attack, full BAB compared to the attack number 3.
Yep.
Gotcha. That's why I was like a little confused there.
Well, I also have a Shield Master, which reduces a 2-weapon penalty, 2-weapon fighting penalties for using sword and board.
That's a 3 on that first.
Oh yeah, so your board goes for free basically.
Yep. Okay, yeah, that hurt him quite a bit.
There sometimes really are too many modifiers in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the second one that I prepared just in case, upcast again to 24.
To the main guy?
Yep. Yep. That's what I expected to happen the first time. Oh,
yeah, but I am saving that roll for this guy, apparently.
I know, right?
The guy who can't hit anybody. And then it is Emmanuel.
And where Emmanuel was, you see the blur of a little black tiny creature and some feathers flutter to the ground as he will cast Raven Flight again, use the withdrawal action. He's got 100-foot movement, so he'd come down obviously first and then go over.
Are you doing the disengage?
Is it not?
There's different things you can do on it.
Yeah, he's doing whatever the
sorry.
disengage or the withdrawal is so that he doesn't get hit.
Gotcha. Okay, just making sure.
Run away!
Fly over there. Strategically reposition. And then poor Juan will just keep doing what Juan does. Let's see.
Strategically reposition away.
Party buff. We still have bless.
Yeah.
But they do. Bless and the Bardic Buff do staff. We did it at.
You hit this one, right? Pledrum, that's the one you're attacking?
Yeah, that's the one. That one's pretty wounded. You can just tell by looking at him.
All right, Juan's going to hit that one too. Just to put the
Bastard!
Empire in there.
That was mine!
He doesn't speak. Bard.
Yet the bard sneaks snake.
That'll kill him.
Then Emmanuel will move a little bit towards there. Or 5 foot up.
Gotcha. Okay. Reposition a little bit here so you can get flanking on a Fixa to negate those -2s. And going to full attack because he was going to go for Emmanuel, but then you kind of drew his attention with those attacks.
Has Afixa not taken damage?
I don't think many people have taken damage in this whole session.
I've technically taken damage, but just my DR has been minimizing it to such an extent.
She smited the two hardest hitting people, so that
Yeah.
means she's just not getting hit. So, to be fair,
Yeah. No,
yeah, look at this. I can't roll above a fucking 20 something, and she has like a 43 AC or something.
39 if Emmanuel didn't give combat.
He did not. He still looks like a little black blurry bird to you.
And he's
Not
got
for me or
-2
I would
on
have
all of
taken
those.
a lot of damage.
Yeah, but I'm saying he was flanking, so it wasn't counting the -2.
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah,
it doesn't matter with those rolls.
Provoke from 1.
And is going to bite.
Ooh, that barely misses. Thank God Juan wasn't grappling.
Yes, it barely misses.
And Juan AOOs again.
Stop stealing my jokes, Cope.
And this will count as flanking, so he's going to get a +2 against 1. So that'll be a 33 to hit.
That would hit, but he's going to use immediate action to use what's it called? Bolster. Adds 4 to AC. Does that still hit? 31 to 35?
No, that'll miss.
Okay.
This one's going to charge down at 1. The other one's going to attack a Fixa, which would actually just technically be here. And then one will get a full attack on a Fixa. So the 1 against 1 will be at a +2. Will miss. The flat single attack against the Fixa. Miss. And then the full attack against the Fixa. Miss. And
Miss.
then the full attack against Gork.
All those miss.
Yeah. And then it's Gork's turn.
So in my head, how this happened is he turned Sand Bear. One bear tried to attack him, barely scratched him, and then he just, because it was an unarmed attack, he just broke that giant spine, smashing it into the ground, and then he just blendered the bear. And then this guy behind him here just taps him on the back with a club, and it does nothing. And then Celestial Direbear Gork just turns to him.
Takes a
Like-
single step.
And
Wow.
let's do this. I'm feeling cocky. I'm gonna go max damage mode. He has not been hit, so I can't use blood for the Empire. So unarmed strikes.
Hit, miss.
All right. Secondary bear claws.
Hit, and hit. No, miss for that one, actually.
Okay. 12 damage, and then secondary bite. I'm not gonna go for the grapple on this. So secondary
Gotcha.
bite. 20.
And miss.
All right, then I haven't gotten to use this item yet, and I don't think I will. And just why not? I'm going to activate my whatchamacallit, Bone Breaker Bracers. So as part of once per day, as part of a melee attack that hits, he has to make a DC 14 will save. High chance he succeeds, but it's just a part of a melee
I mean, it's not
attack.
that high.
Nah. Would have been fun.
That's about all they can do.
Because then I would have given him a -6 to his constitution, then I probably would have killed him.
Pledrum.
All right. Let's go with this guy next to me, just 5-foot step.
Seriously, if he actually does manage to do damage, I might enter Blood Fury style and actually get stronger.
Hits and hits.
The damage is the damage.
I will just tell you right now, Pledrum's basically taking half their life per swing.
Yeah, I imagine. Oh man, those 3 giants that showed up behind us picked the wrong place to try to flank because Gork and Pledrum were back there, and
there were set areas they could come from, so that's the direction they had to come from.
No, I know. I just think it's funny that they showed up, and then the bard and the bear. Oh,
yeah,
run that down. Just started mauling them because we're the strength guys.
Fixer, are you gonna go to town?
You know what? Let's 5-foot step this way. Because attacking through the corner, would that be cover of some kind?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she'll full attack.
Hits, miss. He is on death's door, but he is still up. And then it'll be Risha's turn.
Well, that sounds like a job for a toy I forgot I had. Which is to hit him with a third innervation from the wand that we had for a while.
I think that might actually miss the touch.
Yeah,
yeah, that actually misses the touch.
Well, I got one more reroll. Let's see.
I mean, I can just not lie to you. You can just use the +4 the after roll, and it'll hit. So
yeah, couldn't have done much worse than a 3.
The innovation kills him.
Dead, or unconscious dead?
He's unconscious dead. He would be. Let's see. That'd be minus
15
negative levels, minus 15. He was at 3. Yeah, he has more con than that, so he's just unconscious.
Good. We can question him once we find enough chain.
I could just sit on him.
Yeah. I mean, he's a giant. I don't think you sitting on him is going to be enough.
I'm a large-sized bear.
He's a large-sized person. It's like
if you look,
it's like if a golden retriever tried to sit on you. It's going to be.
Do you consider an armored huge snake a chain?
Okay, what if Emmanuel wrapped him up? What if Juan wrapped him up and then I sat on both of them?
Then yes, that'd be more than enough. Emmanuel.
All right. From his strategic position here, he will give orders to. He'll say, "Good job, Afixa. Now concentrate the one behind you." And final strike. The Bane arrow. Dude.
Yep.
For 42 and give a +2 and +2 to Afixa. And then Juan. Juan's going to eat the bear.
Oh God, not Gork.
Really? This
No, that would go very poorly for Juan.
Really, at this size to Juan, that bear is just a rodent of unusual size.
Yeah, he just swallowed the ROUS.
It's dead. And then
Juan's just going to combat like Yoshi.
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 Boop.
27 to hit.
Those miss.
You've seen the geckos with the Yoshi noises dubbed over them. That's a day brightener right there.
Yep.
30 to hit you for the other one.
That'll miss as well. Iron Skin is helping me out in that regard.
Gotcha. One's going to go against Pledrum, the other one against Juan. The one's against Pledrum. I believe at least one of those will hit. I think both of them do. So I'll roll the mirror images.
Which ones were Pledrum?
Those bottom two, the 31 and 23.
Yeah, one will. And the other one will meet. So yeah, I think that. Unless I missed something. I think
both pop an image though, so you're fine.
All right. So I should just have one image now.
Yes. And then the one against one. Yep, nothing happening there.
Yeah.
And then the one against Gork is, you know what? He's far enough away. He is going to full withdraw and leave.
I get to keep up with him and make 2 attacks. Remember, this is
Oh yeah,
You
I forgot you had that.
You sounded like you were sorry about that combo.
not sorry, just
disappointed.
disappointed. So if this first one hits, I'm also going to try to grapple him, so that way he just can't get away.
I forget. Can you grapple on an AOO?
It's not an ability check. It's part of my bear club. It's got the grapple quality.
I just wasn't sure how that worked with that. But
Yeah, if it's
chances
not
are
the
the
actual
2 hits are going to kill him anyway, so I'm not going to sweat it.
I mean, yeah. Let's just see what the damages are first.
Yeah, that hits.
So that will do 22 damage. Secondary bear claw because of fortuitous weapons.
That'll hit as well. And that kills him.
Yeah.
Richard, we've been ruling it that no, you don't grab when Juan's doing the AOOs, but I feel like that's different than the step up feat that Gork has. He's more intelligent and he has the step up and follow, right?
Yep, both
Yeah.
feats.
I mean,
And
I'll
so
look it up. I'll look it up when we're done. But for now, it doesn't matter because he's dead. So
And
Yeah, and-
the way I've read step up feats is that they're specifically building for like ground control where they can step up and grapple or
Mhm.
stop someone's movement or something.
Yeah,
But I would
got-
still say that I wouldn't say that Juan could. I picture it for Juan as more like a quick strike if you want to keep it that way.
So it's my turn then.
yes.
Right, so I'm up to 3 kills. Rish is flying, so can I charge to there?
Yeah, you can angle it so you just fly. Actually, no, which is fine. You can just charge right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
And also, I just did a quick Google,
Mhm.
and it was already purple for the link. So yes, they can. Anytime you land an attack, you can attempt a grab as a free action as part of your attack,
cool.
and that includes Juan. So
Okay. And because I feel like styling on this son bitch, and I also feel like we're wrapping up this town siege, I'm going to swift action smite this lad. I assume that he's evil.
yes,
All right. Smite. Is this one that Emmanuel's hit?
no one's hit this one.
Okay. Well, I'll just get the 1 attack. This doesn't have the +2 for charge.
He's by himself though.
Yes, I'm getting friendly rivalry in there, but I haven't. I was seeing if I could get Blood of the Empire. All right, so I only get 1 claw attack, so here we go. 31. Imagine that hits
Mm-hmm.
for 30 points of damage.
Got it. Yep, he felt that one.
Oh, and also because this is how this works. I keep forgetting it full attacks the grab for some reason. It's the 32.
Yeah, there's a way to set it so it only does 1, but
Yeah, I'll look into that right now. But
that will grapple him though.
awesome.
Pledrum.
All right. So just gonna hit this guy again. Let me see if 1 attack is enough to fell him. 36. Hello?
36 will hit.
All right.
Doesn't fell him, but he's wounded.
Ooh.
That will miss.
Oh, it's not with.
Oh wait, no, it's against. I forget. It's against flat-footed.
Yeah, it's
So
against
that-
flat-footed.
So that will hit.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, you should put that in your
It is on there. It says versus flat-footed on the top.
Yeah, it says right there.
Oh, I see it.
That'll finish him.
How many are you up to, Michael? I've got 3 so far.
I lost count.
So that's 2.
And then we're back to Afixa.
All right, she's going to start fully attacking this one. If she kills it before her attacks are done, it's going to 5 foot to continue onto this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Look, talk to me when you can play a lute while you're doing it.
That'd be impressive since he's a bear.
Yeah.
Hit, kill. Last one, you smack the shield into the last one down below.
Don't you dare kill steal me here.
And then we go to Reesh.
I'm tearing up the flank for you.
Well, this seems well in hand, so I'm going to have Rish actually go off and try and find the 2 bears we left alive.
That's when the dragon comes back and kills Reach off camera. Oh no, my hubris!
Such a bad organ, the hubris.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Reach, you go flying off to wonder about that. It'll be Emmanuel's turn.
All right. Manuel's going to take a shot at that guy. Right in front of him. Is he within 30?
I mean, does it matter? You're probably going to kill him with this next
35.
attack.
No, he is not.
I mean, you can just 5 foot and do it.
Yeah, he'll 5 foot and do it. Good point.
This was supposed to be the tiebreaker. No.
And then a 2d8 on top of that.
The best part is one's probably going to not quite kill the other one, and then Pledrum will get to steal that kill.
I am generally more concerned with this than the town.
That'll hit. For...
Whatever motivation you need.
Yep, it's dead.
I am hinging so much of my self-worth on this.
This one's gonna full withdraw.
Man.
So it's like 10 feet off camera.
Damn it.
Wait, no, it only does the 5 foot. So Juan does get an attack as it gets because he has reach right now because he's huge.
Yep.
The ice wall's in my way.
Too bad. I mean, Gork
low
is so
one.
blinded with fury, he thinks the stone is made of ice.
Mm-hmm.
Does it get him?
That does get him. And as per the rules, it does get a grapple attempt.
I'm not even raging. It's fun, in fact.
That will grab him and constrict him. Gork.
Wait, he got the full round attack from Juan earlier, right before his turn, right?
No, that was the other one you killed.
Yeah, the other one that's dead.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Emmanuel killed this one, and then Juan was going to attack this one, and I rolled right after Emmanuel. It's right under Emmanuel.
Okay, then yeah, he's dead too, and the fight's over.
Okay.
Okay, as long as Pledrum didn't get it.
No, now we're tied is the problem. I got 3. I'm pretty sure he got 3. I also love this mental image of these like 15-foot tall giants coming at Pledrum, and they're like swinging the club at him, and they hitting a mirror image, and then he just runs up the club and he hits them in the face with a lute, and that's how he's killing them.
And after he hits it, as he's flying back down, he like does another chord on the lute.
Mm-hmm.
Look, have you guys ever played Dark Souls?
Yeah.
There you go.
And just like that, the raid seems to have subsided. The town itself is, while partially on fire, has been spared much of the dragon attack. The giants seems to have been the ones that might have been in town seems to have dissipated. Reach, when you go to investigate the bears, they are long gone, but you do see a bloodied, emptied sack.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna stabilize this guy.
At least they're not hungry.
When the combat subsides and no immediate enemies, Fix is going to focus on flying around and using land hands to heal anybody that looks on death's door.
And it is very beneficial as you're flying around. People are a little taken aback by a flying dark gnome, as they're not a common sight. So they're like, why is this person with angel wings that looks like they're like evil at the same time coming down and healing us? But they're not going to question it. And every time that happens, when there is a cleric around, they seem happy to your aid, and they just, it's like one of those things. It's like a brief thing, and they kind of look around, and when they see you're helping, they kind of just think nothing of it, and then go back to worrying about the fact that, oh god, everything's on fire, everything's smashed.
I returned to Gork form for the first time since that tower fell. All those bones snapping, crackling, and as I shrink back down. Well, I think that went pretty well.
Fix is not there to respond.
I'm inclined to agree.
So, I counted 3, Pledgem. Reckon we tied this time.
By your count.
Yes. That's why I said I counted 3. Are you sure they didn't hit you on the head?
Well, you know, Gork, in the rage of battle, sometimes I lose count. I killed so many giants, how can I possibly be expected to keep count?
Okay, so I'll reduce 1 from your score then. So you got 2 and I got 3.
It was a shitty roll, too. I got a 2.
Honestly, the worst part about, you know what the worst part about fighting stone giants is? The taste. It's gamey, you know? Yeah,
I don't usually put my mouth on the weird things we fight, but, that's always been your way, Gork, and to each his own.
Your loss. Just start walking away. Hey, I don't leave battle hungry.
Have we fought a slime yet? How can I set up a slime fight?
Meanwhile, Emmanuel's here alone with Juan and the big guy. We got a question.
I'm walking towards that.
You have to say, Gork, you're looking a little bit more beat up than I am, though. Look, not a scratch on me.
As you see 2 pledrums doing a shimmy.
Oh, yeah. Start taking off all these buffs.
Imagine while he's still unconscious, Juan could get a grapple and then a pin on him and do it non-lethally so that when Emmanuel stabilizes him, it's not an issue.
Yeah, it's not an issue. You guys have him under tow.
Yeah, I took a few scratches there before I let the guardian spirit take hold. Of course, only a bear could get that far. All right, so what's the plan here? And I pop my shifter claws. We splitting them navel to throat or what?
Not yet. I've got some questions for him. Is he awake?
It's probably going to be one of those things that it's going to be a while before he awakens.
Someone have to heal him.
Yeah, Emmanuel can heal him.
At least let me take his eyes real quick.
Are you guys going to wait until you're all gathered up again, or are you just going to do it
probably
without...
should wait till I'll fix it.
I was going to say, because you can do it now, but you're going to probably do it without a fixa or a reach since they're running about the town.
Let them wait until they come back.
It's just a burning building off the distance. Gorks crosses his arms. Looks like it all turned out well in the end.
Oh, no, definitely buy you to a beverage.
Was it not built for that?
All right, how are we going to handle interrogating the giant?
Well, Juan's wrapped around him and has him pinned. And Juan's pretty intimidating. I usually do a good job of questioning folks with Juan.
Can you speak his language?
That was where I drew the blank, because I keep saying, not sure how we're going to get over the language barrier.
Start speaking giant to Emmanuel.
And then I speak giant to Pledgem because I do speak giant.
Y'all aren't helping the situation. I'm not sure what jibber jabber you're doing, but that's not going to help us talk to him.
That's giant, Emmanuel. We're speaking giant.
It's giant, yeah.
Oh,
So
very good. Then you can ask him the questions. We out of character.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, out of character. Were y'all with us when we got the note?
yes.
Okay. Ask him which one of these was Terectinus and where that raid was going to happen when we head back. Or where they were going to cut them off if we pursued, all that stuff. I think we could ambush the ambushers.
What's his motivation to tell us the truth? We're going to let him go?
I'll let you be creative on that.
I'm not entirely content on letting this guy go. I feel like it should be a democratic decision here.
Go into the woods if you're going to do that. I could take one of his eyes.
Which guy?
That is definitely a method we could go down. We could intimidate him.
You guys
We
have
could,
captured the main guy that seemed that you were fighting Afixa.
Okay.
Yeah, we're waiting for you to come back after you.
But I'm just
run around,
saying, it's
heal
not
everyone.
gonna be very easy for me to get this guy to do what we want if I don't have any like a carrot on a stick for him.
Yeah, I imagine it's like a few hours as you guys are like discussing this before Afixa and Reach find their way back. Because Reach is probably just taking his time collecting anything that he finds, she finds, because knowing Reach. Which is also my flavor way of telling you what loot you guys are going to get after this, instead of saying you go around and collect stuff, because Reach is a money hungry lizard.
Yeah, wants to turn into a dragon by assembling a horde. Yes, we know.
And Afixa's in the meanwhile treating all the people in town. You get a lot of people thanking you, Afixa, as you're going through town. After the initial shock when you first arrive and stuff, they are eager for your aid. And the town definitely could have been worse off, but it's still not great off. There is quite a few people hurt. There was a lot of people dead just from the initial flyby of the dragon. It's estimated maybe 30 or 40 people dead. Which, I mean, Sandpoint's a moderate-sized town. Like, let's see. I think I have the population here. There's about 1,100 people, including all the people outside of the main town.
Oof.
So 40 people is still quite a sizable amount.
They lost the whole high school football team.
I know, they were so vital. They were so loved. They existed.
Oh.
And the most pressing losses, though, were they lost a lot of the guard from the initial onslaught, and the crushing of the tower lost probably like 6 or 7 guards there. And all in all, could have been a lot worse if the dragon had run rampant, or what seems to be the case that they were grabbing people to take with them when they left. Could have gotten got a lot more south.
We killed every giant we saw, so any people we rescued from that.
Well, the bears ate a few.
Yeah, we
At least one.
shredded all those giants.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not really sweating it too much because it's just the nature of mid-level to high-level Pathfinder play. But man, sometimes it's hard to make a compelling narrative when you guys are just cleaving through things with taking no affliction to yourself.
I know.
But hey, look, on the bright side, we did leave a few pedestrians to die to the bears, but imagine being the guy to bring that up. It's like, hey, you know those dragon slayers who saved the town? Well, they let some of the bears go. I'm just saying, like, my dad got eaten by a bear.
I mean, did you see that time where they fought like 15 giants and they killed them all with seemingly not a lot of effort? But the
like,
bear.
The bear, dude. That's going to be the final big bad of this AP, is going to be the guy who was inspired to hate us because we let his entire family get eaten by bears.
Mm-hmm.
Richard's writing that down.
You could say the
Check
anguish of
mark
his
there.
existence was unbearable.
Anyway,
Kill him.
Anyways, after that fight, I think we should take the time to catch our bearings.
Mm-hmm.
during the punathon that begins to happen with the bear theme, and I feel like Gork's doing it without even intending to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you all gather
if any
around.
of the citizens tried to run over to us to thank us for saving, that's a bad idea for them. Gork doesn't handle crowds very well.
Gork, you don't have to say some bear. Somebody works too.
You begin. You decide. Did you decide to rouse him to question him now, or do you? Is that what the plan is?
So I was still waiting to get input from everyone else on how you want to do this.
I mean, I could piss on his face to wake him up.
I feel like we have a little bit to talk here about how we want to interrogate him. So let's do this before we actually wake him up and start talking to him.
Okay.
Yeah, assuming.
So
I usually just ask them questions, and if they don't answer, I tell Juan to squeeze them.
So what are we ultimately planning to do with him? Actually, despite anything that I tell him, what are we actually going to do with him?
I feel like when you conduct a warlike raid, and you are a giant, you should die.
But now he's a prisoner.
Feed him to the cubs. You got 2 legs cubs here. Maybe like some tiny
Would feed great many of cubs, yes.
humans. Yeah.
No,
She lizard knows what I'm talking about.
we don't feed the dead to our.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan. Like, I'm not saying we should turn this guy into the police or whatever. I mean, he's huge. But I mean, that sounds a little dark.
Well, the police here wouldn't be able to handle him. Most of the guards are dead now. I think
So we're not gonna get much of any good information from this guy if we're just gonna kill him, unless we want to lie to him.
I mean, you all know goblins, right? You mentioned that.
Yes.
Say if he doesn't answer the questions and tell us where the other bears are, we feed him to the goblins.
Could goblins eat him? I'm not sure.
No, goblins eat everything. Gork just nods very authoritatively, like, no, they definitely do.
Well, if we just drop him off, he's probably gonna be able to take any goblins we try to feed him to. What are we? Tying him up and chaining him down? I don't think we have any chains or anything. Look, I'm just saying we need to make a decisive decision.
We can offer him 2 ways to die. One, we make it swift, and it's the justice that he's due or deserves.
We're not trying to get any information out of him, because I'm just going to tell you from my perspective, if you're telling me I'm going to die either way.
Well, it depends on how bad the second death would be, because Juan can make it very slow, where he just tightens slowly, like a little bit.
Dude, what are you talking about? We're not doing that.
Feed him to the cubs.
I mean, hell, that's better than whatever Emmanuel's got going on in his sick head.
Well, I think you would basically call it a slow death. They do it commonly around here. There are tons of terrible ways these different towns in my travels will execute their prisoners.
You ever talk to the locals?
I try to avoid it.
I've seen some terrible things. Drawn and quartered. Drownings.
Oh yeah, we could throw him into that big lake over there. And Gork just points to the ocean. Listen, I'm trying my best here. Bears don't exactly do this a lot.
Look, I'm not trying to put killing him off the table, but if we're going to do it, we should do it in a more humane way. I mean, I'm not a monster, guys.
Well, yeah, I think he deserves death. I mean, that's the laws of these lands.
All right. Here's my idea. If he tells us what we want, we let him stand up, we give him his pick or whatever, that sharp, sticky thing he had there back. I turn into a bear, and he gets to die fighting me rather than dying on the ground. All right, so how I'd want to go.
It depends on what type of guy he is. God, man, I wanted to adventure. This is fucked up.
You could just ask him what he would want.
True. But again, are we doing this before or after the interrogation? Because
It seems
tell
like a
him
lot
that
of
up
quibbling
front-
and planning ahead for something we don't know the least about.
I mean, I just want to be 100% clear, Pledgeon. When I say feed him to the cubs, I mean after he's already dead. I'm not a monster. But I mean, once he's dead, I just gesture to all the giant corpses. This is a lot of meat just going to waste, is what I'm saying. It doesn't taste good, but keeps you
So
going.
Gork is
I
eating.
get it.
Gork is
I
eating a
definitely
person
understand your
confirmed.
perspective more than Emmanuel. Holy shit.
Wait, Pledrum, do you think that this criminal should just be left to leave?
Is this what being a part of the government does to your brain?
What now?
I picture this the entire time Emmanuel's just talking while his feet are dangling off the roof of this building.
Yeah.
He is definitely
he's-
staying out there. Well, he could see everything from up
I mean,
Why
here.
don't we squeeze him to death?
I just imagine Emmanuel's ran out of spell slots and he's trying to have no one notice that he can't get down.
But yeah, it just begs the question if you want to how you want to question him, I guess, because right now it's a moral discussion between Pledrum and Emmanuel.
I know. I almost made it to an alignment debate when I came so close when Emmanuel was like, to the laws of these land, and I was about to go, what do the laws have to do with it? Like, just because something's a law, it's magically right?
Listen, this is all I'm saying, Pledrum. I don't know what you want. If we don't want to let him go, which and I don't think we should, he lost fair and square. If he's got any kind of backbone to him, then he'll answer some questions. And if not, I don't know. We fight him again.
All right. That's what we're going into this with.
I mean, that depends. Look around. What happened to the tiny she-elf? She flew off somewhere. The Chino. Right. Afixa.
You say that she's like standing right behind it.
Yeah,
Well, she hasn't said anything this entire time.
she's torn. She does not want to let him go, but she doesn't know any other way to get information out of him. So she's just kind of listening in. Yes, what?
What do you think? I've never really captured people before, so I'm just kind of throwing rocks into the dark cave here.
I don't think it's good to. I don't know. I mean, extracted information has never been something I was taught. I'm inclined to bind him up, restrain him, and leave him to the justice system, I guess. I don't know.
At this point, Afixa, I'm afraid we are the justice system. We've defended this town. We've defended almost all of the towns around here. I think we're about the only authority these types are going to answer to.
Makes so complicated. If you answer, you answer. If you don't, you don't. You really think they'd be able to put him in a box of jail cell?
That has never been what I've argued.
So we ask him questions. He give answers. If true, good. If not, me. And we kill him, yes?
Sounds about right to me.
He'd just as soon do it to any of us.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Can you?
Let's not try to
hold
torture
on.
him, Emmanuel.
We don't have to torture him.
We don't have to. I was just like bringing it up. Like, I'm not passionate about it. I was just like,
Yeah, it doesn't quite sit right with me. I mean, it's one thing to like pluck out an eye so he can't resist or something like that.
If
all
we
this-
waited a day, I could ensure that he isn't able to lie to us.
He'll be up and around by then. All this discussion is making me
all right,
peckish.
wake him
And
up.
I go over to one of the giant corpses and I just use my shifter claws and I start hacking off one of their fingers. I'm like, anyone want a finger while I'm up?
Oh God, that's just.
I'll try. Yes.
Okay, she lizards in on
oh,
it.
that's where you draw the line.
Juan stares at you, drooling.
Anyways, let's go ahead and wake him up. I'll talk to him.
Okay, so someone cast a healing spell to wake him up then?
Yep.
Yeah, Fix has a spare lay on hands.
Slap him with it.
All right.
See if it wakes him up.
And yes, I was taking a finger off one of the dead giants, not the one that's unconscious. I'm not a monster.
Juan's going to have him already pinned.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like my macro's
So
gone.
I imagine we would have gone over the questions too. So
Yeah.
It's okay if I get some input from everyone as we do this a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you keep the bears?
Okay, so you heal him for 13 points. He is at -1. Still unconscious.
I got it. +5.
Make it low.
16.
Okay. He is at a flat 15 hit points as he comes to consciousness. Begins to try to struggle much, but then he notices that he's kind of restrained by a giant snake, and he looks over at you. I was like,
Are giants humanoids?
yes. They're
Ooh,
giants.
Charm
but,
person.
they're large humanoids.
Let me see.
If you have charm person, that could be an easy way to do this. Okay, so I will roll a will save.
Does he still have the negative levels?
Yes, so that'll be a -2 to this. You managed to pass.
Actually, that last one hit him for 3 that put him under, so it'd be -5.
Okay, so -5. That's still enough.
Still.
As he comes up, he kind of shakes his head and looks at you all. He's like, "Can't believe I was defeated by nosy little humans."
So what is he? How does he look right now? How is he restrained?
He's wrapped around. Juan is wrapped around him.
One's a huge size.
So I kind of walk up to Juan and lean against Juan. So I'm kind of leaning against what he's being contained in, and I was like, "Yeah, we get that a lot."
I walk into his line of sight and take a big bite out of a severed giant finger. Hey, who are you calling a human?
Finger kind of stringy.
He takes a lot of exception to Gork, by the way. Like his eyes narrow as he stares at Gork.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
otherwise,
hey, look at you! You got yourself in a pretty bad situation, huh?
he just kind of grunts.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you here. You're not getting out of this. I do have somewhat of an offer if you're willing to answer some questions.
Go ahead and either roll me a diplomacy if you're being upfront, or roll me a bluff if you're lying.
I am rolling a diplomacy.
Yeah.
And yes, this isn't giant.
Do you have a hero point to add to it?
I think so. I
think you haven't used any.
But I don't know how many we get at the start.
You get 2.
2.
Okay, so yeah, I can.
Manuel's going to give you that.
+8.
Enhanced diplomacy.
Yep.
It is textless.
Mm-hmm.
But it requires concentration.
I think it gives. Well, that's weird.
What?
I think it gives a +2.
Yeah, enhanced
Okay.
diplomacy.
Oh God, what is happening?
But does it? Is it? Can you use that on someone else, or is it only on yourself?
Creature touched. So you just like.
Okay.
I guess he gets off the roof and taps.
So this is the base roll, then +2 and plus whatever, +8 from the hero point.
That's
46.
So as you speak of this, he's like, never thought this would happen to the plateau people. I probably can't tell you much, but I'll tell you this. My lord is Mokmurian, if that's what you wish to know who sent us.
Let's talk about your people for a minute. Where are you from? I know you're from around here, of course.
I'm trying to think of what the name of the place is real quick. Give me a second as I tab around.
The plateau?
He calls himself the Plateau People, but there's a specific place that my tiny brain can't remember the name of the place. So
We can just like do an insert place here if you want to look for it later.
well, there's a particular name that you actually do need to know for this.
Okay.
Yeah. We reside in the Storval Plateau. Those of you who that live anywhere, it is very much north. I can actually I'll just take you to.
Yeah.
I
got it in my brain.
I'll take you to the splash page. I kind of just have an image superimposed real quick on here.
Here-ish.
Yeah, this area up here, it's has a lot of giants, and that's also where the Shawanti have kind of resided for many generations.
Cinderland.
Yep. With that, you would go. What are your people like? I'm Varisian, so I've traveled around in caravans my whole life. Tell me about the plateau people. Is that what you call them?
He grunts again. He's like, my people, and he talks about how, for lack of being long-winded, he talks about how his people have been brought low for many generations, having to be at the whims of living in the plateau rather than conquering the known world as they had been told that their people had done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of goes back to the point, talking about how, but now that my lord has united the giants, we will come to rule all the lowlands again, all the way down to the sea.
Who's your lord? Does he have a name?
My lord is the mighty Makmurian. He is one of the dark giants of old come again. And he kind of looks off in the distance in awe. He's like, his magic, the things he has made, the things he have done. He has convinced the tribes that they will rule, and he has mastered all of the ancient arts.
You seem very enraptured with him. What has he done? What are his exploits?
I already told you he's our lord and leader. He has promised us glory and riches. And although the raid on your town didn't go so well, I doubt that our scouting party is the last to continue on. Ours is probably the only one that will have failed. I blame it for my own incompetence more than his.
I think it's more of the luck of the draw, my friend. So he's not much of a diplomatic type, you don't think? He's interested in
when you ask him that, he's like, I have only heard him speak from afar and only heard others of his powerful magics.
But he's more or less, he's a warlord, right?
He is a child of stone who has mastered the art of magic of the ancient lords. They say he can turn living stone, or turn living into a mobile stone, and can turn his own flesh into granite-like armor.
It sounds amazing. I'm sure it would be a very useful tool to anyone who would want to form alliances with him. Why does he choose to go out and seek war? Do you know? Is that something that's ever discussed?
You have not been around many giants, have you?
Can't say I have.
We view your people akin to chickens that you keep.
Surely it can't be all giants, right?
To be harvested and used as meat and fodder.
I mean, I wouldn't consider myself much of an essentialist. I mean, I wouldn't say humans see giants in any particular way other than maybe scary because you're larger than us.
I mean,
my lord will certainly kill all of you, run through your tiny homes with the army has called. The fortunate few of you will become his slaves. You may have beat us today, but you won't beat the hundreds upon thousands that are in the plateau when we march together.
So there is he. Brave and powerful that you say he's.
Does Reach speak giants, or are you actually like...
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah, come.
When you speak that, he's like... he's kind of surrendered to the inevitability at this point, but At the same time, he doesn't think you could even challenge him. Is kind of the mindset you can kind of just cross his face. Like he's claimed to play a place taboo to my people, the Valley of the Black Tower and the Iron Peaks, a fortress he calls Jorgenfist, named after the fortress that guards the entrance to the afterlife. Our elders found this blasphemous, but Mockmurian is powerful enough not to fear blasphemy.
And where is this Jordan feast?
He informs you that it lies within the Valley of the Black Tower in the Iron Peaks. It overlooks the waters of the Mushkal River, but can also be approached by heading from the Storval Stairs. He says that Mockmurian himself dwells deep below Jorgenfist, or Jorgenfist, I don't know how they pronounce it, in a hidden place he does not allow people to visit.
Kind of funny a big giant hasn't come down here yet, then if he's so powerful.
My friend does make a good point.
Yes, and I
Why
do say
hasn't
that
he-
giant.
Why hasn't he started his, I guess in some way he has, but this seems like a rather dull start for someone who has such overwhelming power.
You have not even begun to see his power as he unites all the tribes of giants.
I look at him from where I stand, and I just sit in silence and let him hang on what he just said.
We are just but a
I've seen
few.
enough. Why are we sending just a few? If he's so great, why doesn't he send his whole force and take it right now?
He has to kidnap bears to supplement his strength, apparently.
Yeah, why is he kidnapping bears? Why am I having to switch into giant to speak to you?
I'm trying to think of how he would say this.
Borrows bears.
He basically says that he doesn't deign profane his lips with the tongue of the lesser folk. And just because he has been defeated, you have defeated a mere scouting party.
Scouting. So he's not that confident, right? If he has to send a scouting party.
Like, I believe he doesn't underestimate the entirety of your people as much as I would assume that we should, but judging from the case, I guess I was the one that was proven wrong here.
Yeah,
He wishes to know where the places of resistance are, so he may crush them first.
Well, this doesn't sound like a very good guy we're talking about, not from my perspective.
Well, he knows now. We slapped that dragon so hard it ran away before we could finish the job. But seriously, where are the bears?
Where are the bears? You guys had bears with you? And that's a subject close to my friend's heart over there.
He didn't seem to acknowledge the where's the bears part until someone else besides Gork spoke to him. And he turns to back to Pledrum, and he's like, the bears. I mean, everyone needs beasts of burden. Don't see why it matters.
Where are the rest of the bears? I know there are more bears.
Probably back with my people. Maybe given gifts to one of his many conscripts. Ogres, hill giants,
Have you
trolls,
acquired any
Edens.
bears recently?
Probably. I don't know the goings about of every scouting party. I mean, just but one of many.
How many?
He's like, he kind of just shrugs.
Nah.
There are many people. He commands hundreds upon hundreds of giants. What you saw was but maybe 20 at the strongest.
Interesting. You guys got any other questions to ask?
So have y'all found out where Barl is yet?
What about Barl?
Where's
I
Barl?
don't speak giant, so I'm saying.
Yeah, so he's asking. Yeah, where's Barl?
Borrow, last time I knew about him, he was up in Hook Mountain.
Yeah, we killed him.
Oh.
To be fair, we didn't ask his name before I really rendered him into a bloody sticky mess. I say in giant.
All right. Any other questions, guys?
None I can think of.
More of a statement. Not that it's really gonna matter. And I poke this guy in the nose with my half-eaten giant finger.
This is the second attack on Sandpoint in just over as many months. Is there something special about Sandpoint that has his master's interest?
So why attack Sandpoint? I mean, I've only rode through a couple of times, but it doesn't seem like that important of a town, right?
I cannot say. My lord gave me a mission to retrieve something from, and he kind of nods over to Old Light, which is like the ancient old like tower like lighthouse structure.
What was it?
Hold on. Sorry, family inside the room talking to me. But when you ask him about what he wanted with that, you said?
Yeah, or what it was.
What he was looking for.
He just like shrugs again. It's like, my lord mentioned to retrieve an item, a piece of Old Light, as he called it. Didn't tell any of us why. I assumed it has something to do with something Mock Moran needed to learn.
All right, someone write that down.
Yep, putting it in the notes.
All right. So, anything else anyone can think of? Because well, as far as what we do after this, I think your boss is going to come to meet a very similar fate that you have, my friend. But you did answer all of the questions that I gave to you, so now I'll present you with your options. I'm willing to give you a fighting chance against my bear friend over there.
Cracks my knuckles.
Either that, or we can let the snake take care of it.
I would very much enjoy taking my fight to your dwarven friend over there.
Tell Gork to get ready. And then when everything's set up, to let them go at each other. Tell Emmanuel to...
It'll be a pretty short fight, as it is.
I give him the benefit of 20 paces as I crack my neck and extend my shifter's claws. Just I'll kill him without even reaching my final form.
Okay. Well, if you guys are just gonna let him fight, I will go ahead and just have a quick little initiative thing up here. So
Have fun.
Sure. Manuel will knock a bane arrow in case he tries to run.
I mean, he only has like 15 hit points, so
Yeah.
Gork's probably gonna blow him off in this one turn.
Gork's probably going to what?
Are you gonna toy with him?
No,
Well, I meant to say blow him apart,
That's-
but I kind of
that's not the bear way. I probably will, when I jump at him with my claws, start by attacking the dick and then just slash through the interior of his torso.
I don't
until
know.
get
From
to
what I
his
hear
neck.
on the internet, that is the bear way, Gumbo.
Toying with him?
I'm pretty sure he's making a joke about bears in the gay community.
Yeah, I know.
But yes, it is Gork's turn.
I am well aware. I am playing a very strong, very hairy guy called a bear. I know what I was making.
But Gork, you have the first draw.
Who
You said you were 20
Travis-
paces away, so you could probably get a good standard attack in.
Miss.
Yep, I'm not going to charge because I'm smarter than that, but I will get a single shifter's claw in. 31.
Oh yeah.
12 points of damage.
He is not down.
Yep.
So well, that's the question. Do you let him have one pick or both of his picks?
I imagine just one pick.
Okay. I'm asking that now.
You can have the big one.
So I will tell you, he is a ranger against dwarves.
Yep.
So these are all going to be +2 to hit, +2 to damage, and his pick is a dwarf bane pick.
That is fine.
But Gork is a bear.
My AC is currently, let's see, 24 plus 8. That is
32.
32. So the first one will hit.
And the other one will be 31. Or no, it will be 32 because the dwarf bane gives him a plus bonus
Right.
to hit. So two
But
hits.
each of those is 5 lower because of my DR silver. Because I imagine it's not a silver.
Well, yeah, these are also going to have damage added to them because of the bane before damage reduction.
Okay, that's fine.
It doesn't really matter. You guys are going to.
I got 119.
But I'm just curious to see what it's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's D6s for bane, right?
D8s, I think.
No, I thought it was 2d6.
You've been the one rolling them, so.
I've been rolling D8s.
I think Bane is 2d6.
I'm pretty sure it's
I'll be
2d6.
responsible for any damage Gork takes in the proceeding.
Okay, so it would be 24.
24 minus 5 is 19.
And then 21.
21, so that's 16.
And then you get to blow them apart.
I'm still at 84
I
health.
actually said it right this time.
Yep. Right before he dies, I just got something I want to say, but I'll do the attack rolls first, otherwise I'll make myself look like an asshole. So,
All you
Shifter
need to
Claw.
do is get one attack in, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as he swings in, I start running up his arm and like using my claws and tearing at him. And I'm saying to him in giant, you see, that's the problem with you giants. You're just like other two legs, but the difference between you and them, despite all your bigness and despite all your pride, you don't build anything. You just break and you take. You talk a big game, and I start slashing into his throat.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, all you are is just a big show. Rip out his
I
windpipe,
know that wrestler.
stand on his face, throw it on his forehead right before he dies.
And then the big show pops out of the curtain.
That's
Here's the big show.
And
And that's
I
our
think
new
we'll
party
go ahead
member.
and call the session there.
Mm-hmm.